Hello everyone, welcome back to Flights of Fantasy number 2. This is the FFGLive role-playing game stream. So we are here today, this is part 2 of our adventure using the Genesys Realms of Tyranoth setting. So you guys probably just read a short recap of what happened last time. We went on some adventures, we met some dwarves.
Met some goblins.
We met some goblins. We squashed some goblins.
We killed a troll.
We killed a troll.
We found out some horrifying things about our party members and their scorpions.
And their accents.
Hey, I'm trying.
And we found a skull, right? That was like emblazoned with another...
With another skull.
Another skull.
Ominously.
Skullception, which means I think we're on to the next phase of our adventure.
Yes.
The Mistlands.
Are you ready to begin?
I'm ready to begin.
I'm ready.
Excellent. All right. So, for a week, you've traveled south and down out of the Dunmore Mountains. The crisp, cold air of the peaks has given way to the damp chill of the mists that swirl around you and the bogs that dot your path. Eventually, you lose the trail in a vast expanse of frigid marshlands that stretch as far as your eyes can see. It's late afternoon, and as you look about for somewhere to camp for the night, you see a few lights in the distance. You realize that there is a small town huddling on the marsh's edge.
Well, I prefer camping in a town to squatting in a bog.
Me too.
Normally, I would say that we can rough it out here on our own, but this touch of mountain cough I've had, which will be all explanation for why my voice sounds funny this week that you receive, says that I would enjoy some chicken soup and a warm fire.
Yes.
It sounds good.
All right, you make your way along the edge of the marsh. The terrain you've been traveling through up until now has been wet and boggy, but this is much more expansive. Imagine almost the Everglades, but the trees tend to be sort of withered and dead.
It's like cold, right?
And it's cold.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm used to hot.
It's cold and wet, so it's that damp cold that sinks into your bones. But you pick your way along the shoreline and eventually reach you start seeing the buildings loom out of the mists. The sun is barely visible through some thick clouds that have been sort of gathering throughout the day. So the light is fading, but you can barely make out the sign on the edge of these buildings. It says Mire, and yeah, there's only maybe half a dozen buildings. One street that leads down to the edge of the marsh and then up into some low hills behind the town. It looks like there may be some small farms up in that direction. Some stone walls, and you see a few more lights up that way. But along the street are about the half dozen buildings that seem to make up the town of Mire.
What time is it? About?
It's late afternoon, early evening.
So it's not the middle of the night or anything?
No. But it's still dark, even for late afternoon.
Shall we proceed?
Is our destination, is it up the hill towards those additional farms, or is it kind of like deeper into the swampland?
Well, we're tracking the quarry.
Yeah, you're not sure. Your trail led to the edge of the swamp, and then you lost it at that point. So it certainly seemed to be heading into the swamp, but you can't make out anything more than that.
Do any of the buildings seem larger than the rest? Like they would be like a meeting place or?
Yeah, they're. You look up and down the street, and you can make out a few buildings that stand out. Along a stream that runs down from the hills into the marsh, there is a small stone mill, it looks like, maybe only 1 story tall. And you can hear the slow creak of a water wheel.
Okay.
There is a open smithy, and you can see the glow from the blacksmith's fire, and hear some clanking from a hammer on metal. And then there's a large 2-story building in the center of town.
I go towards that.
Yeah.
I'll go
Seems
with
to
as
be the
well.
only civilized place to stay here.
All right.
I would watch that attitude. People that live this way, that work the land for everything they have, they don't appreciate it.
Well, they should just work harder or be an elf or something. I don't know. It's not my problem that I'm better.
You can't solve all of your problems by being an elf.
It's not my fault that
Yeah,
I'm
what
better.
Urinson say.
I don't have any problems.
All right, so I approach the building and I knock on the door, probably.
When you knock, the door actually swings open. It was not latched, and you see the warm light of a fire inside. It's low. It's a low fire. So when you step into the room, there are a lot of shadows about. The main light does seem to come from a hearth in the center of the room, and a few candles that have already been lit against the oncoming night above the bar. This is indeed a tavern, and you see, as you pass through the door, you see the sign that says "The Wrong Leg." There are only a few people.
Appears a little sinister.
A little.
There are only a few people in the tavern. A stout, older middle-aged woman behind the bar who looks up at you and sort of studies you carefully as you walk in. There's a few rough men and women along the bar and at tables, all of whom also look up at you and sort of studiously immediately go back to their tankards or their bowls. And a few others scattered around who you don't really get a chance. You haven't got a chance to really look at yet as you walk in.
Is it primarily humans? Yeah,
It's almost entirely humans.
Okay.
I'll approach the bar
I do as well.
and
Yes.
and I'll say to the bartender, "Greetings. We are 3 adventurers seeking lodgings, and hopefully a cup of something warm to drink."
The woman looks you up and down. I see. Well, you've come to the right place then. I have lodgings available. You made it in just in time.
Just in time for what?
It's getting dark out.
Yes. It gets dark all over.
And she doesn't really. She just gives you a long look, and then you said you wanted something to drink.
Yes. Do you have any soups?
I have some stew going.
That sounds wonderful. How much?
You don't have any money, remember?
We don't
No,
know.
I have money.
Do you?
Oh, I thought you gave it all away.
No, I gave exactly the needed amount away. I have a lot of money.
A silver coin apiece for a bowl, and 3 silver for a room. Would you be sharing, or would you each want your own?
I have no preference.
I want my own room.
Would you like to share or have our own?
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. I can throw the bedroll down wherever.
All right, we'll share a room. I'll pay for it, and I'll pay for your soup too, friend.
Oh, well, that's most kind.
She takes your coins and very obviously bites on them.
They legit.
Tasty?
We don't get coins from down south very often up here. And she walks over to the hearth, and as she does, you hear a thump every time she steps. And as she walks out from behind the bar, you see that in fact one of her legs is a wooden pole, basically. And she goes over to the hearth, ladles up 3 bowls, and sets them in front of you. I'm Stella, Stella Cartwright. Did you want anything else?
No, do you have anything to drink? Just what do you offer?
I have ale, and I have beer, and I think we still have a bottle of the moonshine that Hooper, she nods down the bar, and you see a middle-aged, really lean, sort of shrunken-cheeked man with a stringy black hair looks up at you, and then just keekeeps watching you, sort of. He brought it in last week from his, what did you say it was from, Hooper? I did not say. But it is,
Great.
and is my most recent experiment.
Well, since I have no interest in blinding myself, I'll have a cup of beer.
We'll have 2 ales, please. Ale's good for the rot lung you have.
Ah, excellent.
She pours 3 mugs from 2 different casks, although you notice that the beer and the ale, you're not really sure if there's much of a difference between the 2 of them.
Bit
That's
of a
fine.
marketing distinction.
And stomps away to talk with some of the other patrons. Yeah, so you have your food, you have your beer. It's fine.
I'd like to throw knowledge, adventuring, or geography, if either of those could be applicable,
Depends on what you want to know.
at why she might have been so cryptic and yet concerning in discussing what happens at night.
I think you could use either.
All right, well, they're the same, so let's go with adventuring.
All right.
I'm curious as
This
well.
is going to be
but
hard.
All right.
I know nothing of this place.
And you are new here, so I'm also going to step back.
That's fair.
All right. Oh, and remember, you have your story points.
Yes.
Yes.
No need to blow one of those just yet, though. Well,
Success.
No.
Fail.
Oh, no, yeah.
Fail.
But
Wrong symbols.
the one advantage.
So, no, you can't think of any reason.
Must get really cold here.
Ugh.
Seems logical.
When you say that, though, one of the other people at the bar chuckles. He's actually one of the only non-humans here. In fact, a dwarf, broad-shouldered, stout-chested. Keeps his beard well-groomed, and perhaps unsurprisingly is wearing a blacksmith apron even now, and has a forge hammer sitting next to his seat.
I'll approach him and I'll say, greetings.
Hello, my name is Smith, Torvin Smith.
Torvin Smith.
Who are you?
I am Jörnshind. I hail from Northgate. My companions and I have come
Hello.
to this place seeking a particular quarry.
A quarry?
Yes, we were actually traveling in the lands of the dwarves. We met with one Mergata Flinteye, a caravan leader, who tasked us with recovering some missing supplies, which is technically true from a certain point of view. We don't know who took them, but we saw the scene and we followed the trail and arrived not far from here, though we lost it in the marsh.
You've traveled quite a distance for some missing supplies.
Well, once we're hired to do a task, we see it done. That's the way of the Rangers.
I see. Go ahead and make a charm check for me.
Alrighty. Okay.
This will be average, but there will be 2 setback dice.
Okay. Well, that's not the worst. I don't have any ranks in charm, but I do have 3 presents.
No.
So-
Second setback die.
Oh, yes,
please.
and
Do
second
you want to
setback.
upgrade it?
Nah.
How bad can it be?
How bad can it be? That
You
looks
did it.
okay.
Do succeed.
Success.
That looks okay. I don't even think we have any threat in
Yeah,
there.
just,
Nope.
just
It's
one
a
success.
All right. Torvin looks. I admire your devotion to duty. I'm afraid. I've never heard of this caravan leader of yours. But then again, my kin have lived in Terranoth for, well, ever since the time of my great-great-grandmother. So,
Your kind, does the rest of your family live around here as well?
no, most of my family lives to the south in Forge. I traveled up here, well, with my father and mother some many years ago when I was not but a child. I've been here ever since.
The innkeeper seemed awfully concerned about us getting in before night fell.
It's best to stay off the roads at night. You must be who you say, because any locals would know that you don't go out after dark, especially when the mist rolls in.
Is there a reason for that? Like, is there something in the dark, or is it like weird fumes, or...
Well, it's just kind of creepy, you see.
But is that the only reason? That seems like a childish reason, if it's only creepy.
Torvin's face gets darker, and he scowls at you.
They didn't mean offense.
People have gone missing in a mist.
I'm sorry for that.
3 people in the last month, in fact.
Was this a common occurrence before then, or is it a recent development?
There is always danger to be had in the swamp. Only a few go out into it. And he nods towards Bert, Hooper, that lean guy. Maybe he does. So does Nyssa down at the dock. But the rest of us tend to stay clear, especially at night. You never know what might come out of there.
Well, thank you for letting us know.
If we were seeking passage deeper into the swamp, would there be anyone around here who would serve as a guide?
Is Nyssa, perhaps?
Yes.
You could talk to Nyssa. He sort of just... He looks like he's going to say something else, and then he shakes his head. You could talk to her. Or you could talk to Bert. He knows about it a bit. I think Marjorie, his lodger, may have gone out in the swamp a bit too. Stella used to. And he nods very significantly towards her leg. Yeah, how... You're being pretty, I assume, not like super quiet or anything.
No.
Normal speaking volume.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're talking, you one of the older farmer types down the bar looks up at you, and his eyes are red, like very red, and he has an empty mug in front of him and another mug clutched in his hand. When he looks at you, he says, Are you thinking of going into the swamp?
Yes.
I would not if I were you.
Why?
It's dangerous in there.
Well, we're seasoned adventurers.
But it is always valuable to know what danger one faces as an adventurer.
True.
What have you seen in the swamp, my friend? And I will, pull up a chair for him.
He comes. He actually doesn't come closer. He sits where he's at and continues to hold his mug, and he looks at you for a long moment and says, "It's dangerous. My Ruth found that out," and he actually starts to cry, and his tears start running down his cheeks, and he turns back to his mug.
Better at handling that. I just not.
I don't think there's much that can be done for someone in the face of such loss.
Could I buy you another ale or beer? I can't really tell which.
He doesn't even respond. He just keeps crying. And
Poor man.
Torvin, with a relatively lowers his voice a bit. Ruth was his daughter. She was just 20 summers old. She went missing 2 weeks ago from his farm. That's Edmund there. I wouldn't press him on it.
Is that the most recent disappearance?
Aye.
And the first was how long ago?
A month, perhaps, maybe a little more. That was Becker.
The second one a week after that, perhaps?
Give or take. I guess it was 9 days, maybe.
If we are traveling into the swamp, perhaps we could keep an eye out for any evidence of their fate. Maybe some closure.
Perhaps after the three of them went missing, we went out into the swamp and into the hills to look for them, sent out parties. All we found is footprints leading into the swamp.
In what
Nothing more.
direction?
Into the swamp.
Okay. All right. Very well. But you didn't search at night.
No.
Very well.
There's something about night. Best to keep your doors locked after dark. Not that it helped out Siren. She went missing from her house on the edge of town.
She was the second to disappear.
Yes. And Edmund swears that Ruth was at home the night she went missing as well.
And no signs of broken doors or windows or forced entry.
Siren's house, there was a broken window, I believe. But I don't know if that was...
Related.
Nah,
Yeah.
we don't have much in the way of glass out this far. Yeah. As you're talking, Akash, I would like you to make a vigilance check.
No. Okay.
So vigilant.
We're there. Aha. You are. I'm doing that. What is my difficulty?
This will be average.
So 2.
Do you want to use a story point?
Yeah.
It feels like
Seems like an appropriate point to do
Sure.
that. All right. I am vigilant. Aha. I have 2 threat though in my vigilance.
All right. As you're talking with Torvin, you look around and you're looking around the room, and you're starting to study the people a bit more. You notice that You notice that Bert has kept his eyes on you this entire time. And you also notice that another person, a middle-aged woman, who is wearing a thick cloak against the chill and sitting at one of the tables, drinking something from a mug, has also been watching you. You also notice, and as you look around though, you do catch each of their eyes, and they both look away.
This is Bert Hooper, right? Like
Bert
it's
Hooper,
Bert
yep.
Hooper, the moonshine guy.
Yeah, you also notice that, particularly disturbing, he seems to have, one eye is this pale gray color, but the other one is sort of a sharp violet.
Heterochronia is a disgusting mutation.
I'm interested in the woman, so I would actually like to make my way over to her and say, "Hello, are you also a traveler?"
She looks at you coolly. No, I live here.
Ah, I see. The cloak just looks like a traveling cloak, so that's why I asked.
It is cold here tonight.
I have noticed that. Is there something that I could help you with? I've noticed that you've been watching my group. I know it's a little strange, so perhaps it's nothing.
You're a little strange.
Thanks!
Travelers. Coming in from... Where did you say you were from?
I am from Alchemy. I am a Sunderland's orc. I am from across the sea. And then my friend Jernsen is from the castle place.
Northgate.
The Northgate place. And then I don't remember where Nim is from, some elfy place.
Yeah.
She steeples her fingers, which you notice are very long and very thin. And
You have very good craftsmanship hands. Working with small tools. Sorry, continue.
you say you only just arrived in town.
Here? Yes, we literally, like 10 minutes ago. Well, maybe a little more than that, but yes.
Well, welcome. She does not sound welcoming.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that you seem upset. I will leave you alone to your drink.
Thank you.
Okay, I return back to my group.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll walk over to Bert Hooper and I'll say, we're looking to engage the services of someone who will act as a guide deeper into the swamp, and your name was brought up as a possibility.
He looks at you. Notice he leads with the purple eye. Just...
Oh no.
The guide, you say? Well, I have a boat, and I tend to go into the swamp looking for herbs, mushrooms, rare plants. I might be able to help you for the right price. What are you seeking?
We're searching for the supplies from that a caravan leader in the Dunwar tasked us with recovering.
I see. So, what, you're trying to pick up a trail and you're looking for a hideout?
What are we trailing again? We're following like
following
footprints,
footprints,
right?
yes.
Well,
When that
I'm pretty sure I know what we're trailing, but I don't want to be the one to say skeletons. So, vagabonds of some kind, obviously.
Vagabonds, yes.
Seems like vagabonds. Are there any known hideouts of ruffians or such within the swamp?
There are perhaps some places, but I'm not sure I really want to take you there. Sounds dangerous.
Undoubtedly.
Perhaps it's better that I keep to my own business and let you keep to yours.
You might be able to negotiate with him, but he doesn't seem enthusiastic.
Yeah,
I'm going to turn to Torvin, and I'll just say, who is the, I'll say quietly, who is the grouchy lady? The one who seemed not to have much patience for my good friend
Oh,
Akash.
she was very mean.
That's Marjorie Lister. She rents a room from Bert Hooper.
Oh, Mash.
And what is her profession?
She is a seamstress and weaver, I believe. Actually, not the I believe. It's a small town.
I did
She is a
notice her
seamstress and a
hands were
weaver.
perfect for small craftsmanship. Yes.
Well, where does this Nyssa live?
Down at the dock.
Down at the dock.
Let me try to talk to the Hooper Bert for a second. I walk over to him. So, Mr. Hooper, it's been brought to my attention that you're a little hesitant to maybe help us. Is there a way that we could work out some sort of deal? Perhaps we could pay you to take us close to some of the locations you think ruffians would be.
All right, give me a negotiation check.
I'm really bad at that.
You are trying to negotiate.
I am really, really, really bad at that. Does anybody want to help me? No? Okay, well,
This is
that's
going to
fine.
be average with an upgrade, so a purple and a red. You're planning on paying, so you get a boost.
You got this. It'll be fine.
However,
Great.
you are outsiders in this town.
Of course. Yeah, well, we'll try. It's fine. I'm not using a story point on it.
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh, that's a fascinating result, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I failed, though.
That's kind of the
But
worst
with the
result.
despair.
No, you succeeded.
No, you succeeded,
With
which
a
is
despair.
kind of the worst result.
Succeed,
advantage.
despair, but 2 advantage.
One
that
advantage.
No,
means-
1 advantage. Yeah, that's right. Okay,
Because
well.
that means Sam is fully within his license to have this NPC say, "Yeah, I'll take you into the swamp."
So what do you, can I spend the advantage on, man, I don't know what I want to spend it on. I don't know.
Keeping
I don't
a
know.
watchful eye on Bert when we go into the swamp with him.
Yeah, I guess. Just like, I wanna observe him very closely when he answers my question.
Yeah.
For any murderous attempt or otherwise.
You could certainly pay me, and I would take you into the swamp. I won't go tonight, though.
How much?
20 silver a day.
Let me, ask my friends if going tomorrow works out for them, okay?
I think I'm still at the table with these
okay.
guys.
Okay.
Why won't you go tonight?
Because it's night.
It's spooky.
So,
He's-
but you're proposing. Oh,
He's at that point. He finishes off his drink, stands up,
You can find me tomorrow.
and he walks out.
Okay, well, why don't we go see if Nyssa will give us a better deal?
yes. I'm assuming that any trip is not going to wrap up in a single day.
Probably
outing.
not.
So it's probably going to be some nights out in the swamp.
And also, I didn't like the way he looked at me.
Well, let's go get some rest. I, for one, am looking forward to not sleeping under the cold stars once again.
All right, well,
Maybe-
up to our room.
Well, maybe we should go talk to Nyssa tonight before we turn in.
I guess it's only early evening. We could do that.
Yeah.
Just
Sure.
get passage. All right,
All right.
well,
Yeah.
okay. We go
Excellent.
to Nyssa's. Oh, great.
Yeah. So,
Great.
So,
You want your DM to say that. It's fine.
Well,
Gee.
I wanted to go to bed and go in the morning. But
you
You were
did
outvoted.
you did roll a despair.
Ha ha ha.
So you start to walk out of the tavern, and as you walk out, Torvin gives you a long look and shakes his head, and Stella also watches you go and sort of is like. You step out and walk down the street towards the edge of the marsh. It is late evening now, and you see the mist is starting to rise up on the up out of the swamp and creep up along the street.
This place is awful.
You get down to the dock, and it is just a single dock, rickety, wooden. The planks are slippery with algae and mold, and they creak alarmingly under your feet. At the end of the dock, there is a small hut on stilts, and there are a few boats tied up next to it. As you approach this hut, the door swings open, and you see a hunched over figure in the doorway. And a woman's voice you hear. What do they want, we think? Why have they come at night in the dark? What are they doing here?
greetings, are you Nyssa?
Her head turns a little bit. They're asking if we're Nyssa. Yes, we are Nyssa.
this is going swimmingly.
Hello, we are wondering if we could seek passage with you into the swamp.
As you grow closer, it's really dark, and you notice there's no light. Do any of you have a light source that you are using?
I have
I have like torches and stuff.
I got a torch.
I guess I would say so. Like, are there torches like out in the street of town at all? Like,
No.
Okay, so then I would say it's likely that I would have lit a torch as we were kind of going down the street.
So you walk forward, and the hut comes into view, and you see this woman is actually an elf, an elven woman, hunched over with a heavy shawl wrapped around her shoulders and one hand on the doorway, and her head's turned sideways, so she's not looking directly at you.
I'm gonna say.
What do they want? She says.
Say we're looking for a guide into the swamp, but I'm curious what has brought you so far from home.
They're asking us questions about us. Yes, they are. They mustn't ask these questions. We don't want to tell them. We don't want to tell them anything. But a guide. Why do they want to go into the swamp, we wonder?
Seeking missing supplies stolen from the caravan of Marigold.
Morgana.
Morgana,
I think. Morgana Flinty.
Yes.
Oh, Flinty the dwarf.
We don't know this name. We don't. We have not heard it. But they seek something stolen in the swamps. Yes, they do. The swamps, they have many things stolen and lost, but are never found again.
Swamps are known for being hoarders.
Do you know of a hideout of bandits or ruffians that may have taken what we're seeking for?
Or perhaps things more sinister. I don't care if she knows we're here for skeletons. She probably knows all about the skeletons.
She does have that vibe.
I just didn't want to alert the whole bar full of people who probably don't live their lives with that sort of knowledge.
Yeah.
He asks us about What lives in the swamp? Yes, yes. Does he know? Does he know?
I ask not about what lives in the swamp, but what does not live.
In the swamp.
Nyssa knows. Nyssa knows. Knows the secret ways. Knows what lurks beneath the water.
Oh, I don't like that.
Knows what is atop the hill. Yes, yes, Nyssa knows.
Will Nyssa help us?
Why should we help them? What could they offer us that we need?
We have currency that can be exchanged for goods and services.
We could perhaps deal with some of the things that live or don't live in the swamp. We could make it safer.
They do not trouble us, and we do not trouble them. That is the deal we have made, and it has stood us well for these past 1,000 years.
It seems that there are things troubling you, though. There's been missing people.
We're not missing. We know exactly where we are. Yes, they don't understand that, but Nyssa is not lost. Nyssa has just not found what Nyssa's. Look. But baubles. Did they mention baubles? They did mention baubles.
We did mention baubles.
We love baubles.
Known as purveyors of baubles in some places.
What shiny things do you have?
I have a shiny flask filled with lizard blood.
Seems like something she'd be into.
Yes, exactly. Look.
They should let us see. They should let Nyssa see.
See? You see? Shiny flask. See?
What's the flask made out of? Makeup? Make it up?
Metal, probably.
What kind of metal?
Silver.
She reaches out and touches it, and touches the Sunderland designs carved into it.
Yes, yes. It is like the moon.
She takes it and
It's not fresh, but it is good. See?
It is sufficient.
Great!
Cool.
I'm glad we could strike a deal.
They can go into the swamp with Nyssa. But only tomorrow. Tonight is dark. And they do not have the deal. They do not have the arrangement.
You know what?
They will go back, and they will come back in the morning, and Nyssa will take them into the swamp. That is the deal. That is the deal for the flask. The flask of the moon.
Yes.
I'd like to clarify something with our bargain, Nyssa. You will be bringing us out of the swamp as well, correct?
They mustn't ask us to make promises we cannot keep.
Will you try to take us out of the swamp once we're done?
If they will make it out of the swamp, Nyssa will lead them.
That seems as fair as anyone can
Yeah,
ask.
yeah, good
That
enough.
seems fine. All right, well, I'll bring this back tomorrow, the flask of the moon. I'll put it back in my bag. Oh, Nyssa, you have been great. Thank you. Really.
Thank you to all of you.
You are
And,
the nicest person I've met in all of my travels except for Jernsen.
Mustn't linger.
Yes,
Mustn't
all right.
linger. The swamp. The mist is coming. They mustn't linger in the street.
And she shuts the door in front of you.
Okay, back to the tavern.
Yep.
Well, now that Nyssa time is over.
I think that deal's way better than Hooper.
Yeah, it's a better deal. I agree.
Yeah, I actually think we're less likely to get murdered with Nyssa.
Yeah, actually, really weird, huh?
She is many percentages more crazy, but
Hey,
What
you
can
know
you
what?
do?
She knows what's going on, though.
yeah.
As you,
And she's not, like,
she seems
out
to have-
on drugs.
I also think she's not committing tax evasion.
Yeah!
As you walk up the street, you find that it is completely dark now, and most of the buildings, their windows are shuttered against the night. So the street is very dark, and the mist has quickly risen up and enveloped you.
Oh no.
Even though it is a short walk to the tavern, you find yourselves stumbling around trying to make sure you stay on the street. Your torch, even with your torch, it barely penetrates more than a few feet in front of you.
Can I make a survival check to find our way safely back?
I think I will need you to make a perception check.
Perception? All right.
I will be helping you with my eyes. Can I do that?
And you can. There are 2 setback dice for the darkness. One of which you remove for your torch, and one of which you can also remove if you can see in the dark. I don't remember if you can or not.
I don't believe
Either
so.
of you.
And I don't.
Yes.
I don't think so.
I think only dwarves can see in the dark.
Can I give him my cunning if I'm assisting?
Of course.
You get 4 for cunning.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, right. I'm good at that.
It is going to be average,
Okay.
but why don't you upgrade?
Why don't you roll one of these story tokens as well? All right. Let's see. That looks like success
Yay!
overall.
We did it.
With 2
We
threat.
got there.
Super success.
Three successes, 2 threat.
After a long moment, you realize that you've actually walked up not the main street, but around behind one of the rows of buildings, and you'll have to cross over what looks like a tilled-up garden patch to get back to the main street. So you start slogging through. You think you make out the tavern in the distance from a light, but
It's right over there. We just have to walk through these cabbages.
Oh no.
as you walk, you see shapes starting seem to swirl around you in the mist, and you hear footsteps in the mud walking towards you.
Can we pinpoint the direction that that's coming from?
They seem to be coming from multiple directions, maybe. It's hard to tell in the mist. Sound echoes.
Greetings, other people out for a night walk.
Oh no.
As you say that, you see a person walking out of the mist towards you.
Do they look
Say something if you
alive?
don't want an arrow through your eye socket.
I'm going to pull my sword.
I pull out a flask of sand.
The figure gets closer and then says, "You're out late. It's Marjorie. I suggest you get inside."
Oh
And
yes.
she walks by you and back into the mist.
What a creeper.
Don't like that. Nope.
All of
Glad.
you take
Yeah.
1 strain.
Yeah. Yeah, that was stressful.
You get back into the tavern, and your rooms have been prepared. Very quickly, everyone, by the time you've gone back, everyone has left except for Edmund, who has stretched out in the common room and is asleep or passed out.
Poor man.
You all go upstairs, and the lights are put out in the common room below. You're not given any candles or anything, so the rooms are pretty dark.
So, Nim, how do you feel about rooming with us?
Well, he has his own room.
I know.
Oh,
It
I understand.
does seem like it might be wise.
I'm just saying, 2 to 3 people in a room are less likely to mysteriously go missing in the night than 1 person in a room.
Yes, I agree.
Well, I call the bed, so.
I've already put my bedroll on the floor.
All right, you all go to sleep. It is a light, sleep disturbed by restless dreams, and you will not recover that strain. But in the middle of the night, let's see, Akash, you wake up, since You did roll that despair for me.
Yeah.
You wake up because you hear a noise outside. Outside in the street.
What kind of noise?
You're not sure. It's one of those you wake up and you heard something that got you up, but you don't know what it is.
Can I look out the window?
You can.
All right, I get up and I look out the window, and as I do, I kind of like kick you in the side a little bit. And I don't say anything.
How deep
Yeah,
a flavor
does
are
that
you?
wake you up?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm a ranger of Northgate. I've had to. Polar bear.
I'm just looking out the window.
You look out the window, and the clouds have parted just a little bit, but the mist has fully enveloped the town. So you can see a diffuse glimmer of moonlight that makes everything look even more ethereal almost. You can just make out the street below. And you stare at it for a long moment and don't see anything. But then you're not sure if your eyes are playing tricks on you, but you see something moving through the mist. Maybe several somethings. The mist seems to swirl around them.
Can I try to figure out what they are?
You'd probably have to get closer.
Oh. I kind of whisper over to you. Wake up the other one. Wake up Nim.
I'll wake Nim and I'll say...
There's something in the mist. Sorry.
No. I'll say nothing because you've got it covered. And then I'll go over to the window. What direction are these swirling somethings moving?
You honestly can't tell. There's some movement in the street, and that is... Like, your eyes are so... everything's so diffuse and so forth. It's like this could just be the mist moving with the wind, but there seems to be something else that's moving it, but you can't tell in which direction.
So,
But there aren't any like sounds really, or
Go ahead and make a perception test for me.
okay. Let's see, perception
Can I assist again?
with your eyes.
No, I think this time just you.
Sure.
All right. Difficulty.
It's gonna be easy,
Okay.
but 2 setback dice.
All right.
and I'm sorry, we didn't clarify this. Are we on like the second floor?
Yes.
Yeah.
All the rooms are on the
We
second
did go
floor.
upstairs.
Sorry.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
2 threat.
You take 2 strain, because you hear something and you can't tell what it is. But it's like at the edge of your hearing, or maybe
Like
behind you.
someone just whispering from just where I can't see.
So I'll turn to you and I'll say,
I don't like you.
so your pet scorpions.
They're not pets, they're friends.
So your friend scorpions.
Yes.
Are you capable of speaking to them?
I can tell them what to do.
Yes, but can you receive information from them?
The movement, whatever it is, seems to have gone away.
No.
Well, everything seems fine now, so.
No.
Well, that cuts off that avenue.
I can turn into a scorpion if you want.
Would you feel more comfortable out in that mist as a scorpion?
Maybe, but I'll figure it out if we go out there, because it doesn't last that long.
There doesn't appear to be any movement down in the street anymore.
Ah, great. I look behind us. Is there anything behind us?
There's a door.
Okay. You're just being
wardrobe.
spooky, got it. A pair of eyes.
It is pretty dark in the back of the room, though.
I pull out a flask just so I have it.
Nothing moves in the shadows.
Unfortunately, I think we may have to discover the answer to this mystery when the mists are pulled back with morning.
I agree.
I'm not interested in going down there.
There seems nothing to be gained at this moment.
As you say that, you suddenly hear a sharp scream.
Oh.
A man scream
Ouch.
from out in the mists. It keeps going. Somebody said, you can't tell what it's saying exactly, but it sounds, at one point you think you hear, help! And nothing.
Oh, we gotta help the people.
It could just as easily be a trick.
I
to lure
guess,
us out
but
of
what
the
if
inn.
it's not? What if it's another person being stolen? Maybe you can have that on your conscience, but I can't.
I'll shrug and I'll say, did either of you get a good sense of the direction it came from?
No, certainly not.
No, somewhere out there.
I'll look out the window again. Do I see anything?
The street is empty now, at least as far as you can tell.
Alright, I'm opening up our door.
Alright,
I walk across the room next to the spooky shadows.
nothing happens.
Great. I open the door. Let's go. Come on.
Alright, you go downstairs. The fire is burned low, barely illuminates the room.
Is Edmund still down there?
He is.
And it was the scream feminine?
No, it was
Or
a
sounds
just,
man.
masculine.
Masculine. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Alright. Well, I guess out we go.
This is a bad idea.
Yeah, well, you know what? I care about people for some reason. I just do.
You walk out
In my heart.
You walk out into the mist, and immediately you realize it's very hard to see where you're going.
All right, I'll take my rope.
My weapon is out, obviously.
I will. There's got to be something I can tie the rope to Mire,
Sure.
right?
The post. Yeah, you can tie it
Something
to the post in front of the
inside
tavern.
the inn. Inside the inn.
Inside the inn.
Tie it inside the inn.
All right, tying the rope to the coat rack inside the inn, what have you.
Absolutely.
Hopefully a wall-mounted one. And
Just
then-
gonna just
Deer
drag this
antlers,
coat
actually.
rack out.
yeah.
All the coat racks are deer antlers.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm looping the rope through all of our belts, and we'll go. Draw my sword.
How much rope do you have? I hope it's a long rope.
I also have a rope. Standard Genesys issue rope.
Yeah, how long is the standard Genesis rope?
Usually about 50 feet of rope.
And I've got 50 feet.
I have 50 feet.
I have 50 feet as
All right.
well.
We got
Okay.
150 feet of rope.
150 feet.
All right, you walk out with your rope. The mist is thick. As you stand in the street, you hear another muffled shout. It sounds like it's coming from down near the water.
I hope. Wait, no, it's a male shout.
Yeah.
Nyssa has her bargain.
She does seem to have multiple people living in her
This
head,
actually
though.
seems fine. Nay, leave her alone. Okay, who's leading? I'm not. I'll be
I don't
in the
know. It
middle.
seems like you're leading.
I'll be in the
It seems
middle.
like you're leading this expedition.
Kind of sounded like you were leading.
Ah, fine. Okay.
None of the rest of us wanted to come.
All right. Well, you came anyway, so I guess I'm leading
Well,
the
we're
way.
not going to let you die
I hope so.
I'm not gonna let you die alone.
alone. Yes.
Good. I don't want to be alone. All right, I go towards that.
I mean,
Nyssa
150
hut.
feet of rope is not gonna get us to the docks.
No. You get part way, and do you have any light source?
I don't know if it would help.
Yeah, are we in a fog light situation?
It is a very foggy situation.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't light anything.
All right. Then somebody give me a vigilance check.
I'm okay at
I
that.
have all right vigilance.
You got better will than...
I have 2 ranks in the. What's your willpower?
I only 2.
Okay, I only have 2 as well.
You're the best then.
All right.
This will be average with a setback die because of the fog and the darkness. Actually, 2 setback dice, sorry.
2
for the
setback
fog and the dark.
dice. Yes.
Do you want to upgrade it?
Yes. I'd
All
say
right.
so.
Yeah, that seems
Add
like a good
green.
upgrade. Oof.
One failure.
We
All right.
just suck.
All right. You don't
Darn
see
it.
anything.
Yep. Guess
you
there's
get-
no one out here.
You get down to the end of the docks. You don't find anything.
Like, is her door open or anything?
You can't, unless you leave the rope, you can't.
We're down to like the start of the dock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is anyone there? Hello?
Nobody answers.
Well, I guess we're going back.
All right.
Glad we all took this little midnight stroll.
Well, if we can't see, we can't help. so...
That's what I said at the beginning.
You
Well, we
walk.
didn't know where.
You walk back, and you reach the inn, and spend a sleepless night huddled in your bedrolls. The next morning, when you wake up, there's you wake up to another shout, and you see in the street, which is cleared of mist, Toven is stomping up the street, hammer in hand, shouting, "Baldwin! Baldwin, where are you?" Townsfolk start to come out of the...
Yeah, we'll head out.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's asking, who's the last person who saw Baldwin?
I don't even know who that is.
We might have heard him, but we didn't
What?
see him. There was a scream in the night.
You heard somebody scream.
We went to investigate, but we couldn't find anything. It was too misty.
The first scream, we weren't sure where it came from, but the second,
Was by the
the
docks.
same man from the docks.
Baldwin Mills, the miller. He is not in his house when I went to get my bread this morning. And the door was knocked in. He looks you up and down, and then looks over at Stella, who's got her hands crossed and looks worried, and they look at each other and nod. Could you come take a look?
Sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
This way. He leads you over to the mill, which is a little ways off from the rest of the building because it needs to be next to the stream. And indeed, the door is splintered open.
Also, you don't want it exploding.
Also that.
Sorry.
It is inside. It is a fairly typical mill with a grindstone. There is a second building, actually built off of the first one, that has a chimney coming up from it, which Torvin explains is Baldwin's, the place where Baldwin usually sleeps, but also does it in baking. He's the baker and the miller, but not a part of the mill itself, for obvious reasons. The door's actually knocked off both of them, and inside the little bakery / house, tables have been knocked over, bedding shredded, and it looks like there's been a bit of a fight.
Can we search the place for any clues?
Sure. Perception or survival if you're looking for tracks.
I have survival. Nobody can
And
survival.
people can do different checks if they want.
I'll do survival as well.
Why don't you do survival, and
Do you have
maybe
any-
we'll do perception?
Yeah.
Survival seems like the really important one.
Yeah. Do you have any
Three.
ranks in survival?
1.
Okay. All right. You're good then. I don't have anything more to add.
I can give you a boost on your perception, though.
Yes.
So,
And I do have 1 rank in it, for what it's worth.
what's my...
So the difficulty is it is daylight, even if it is a wane daylight with a cloudy overcast sky. So for survival, it's going to be easy. For perception, it's going to be average.
Okay.
I triumph.
Yes, you do, and 3 successes.
Nice.
All right. So did anyone want to also make perception checks?
Yeah, I think we should do that together.
Yeah. Do you have any ranks?
I have 1 rank.
Okay. I don't have any ranks in perception.
And you're,
I only have 2 cunning.
all right, so you can assist me.
Yeah.
So just a boost die then.
Yes. And what is the difficulty? You said average?
Yes.
Cool.
And we'll get to what that means in a second.
Nope, but we are going to come out of that with 2 advantage.
Okay. So you search the hut and you don't find anything relevant. However, you find tracks. Maybe 6 or 7 sets of footprints leading up to the miller.
There was a lot of bipedals here.
Yep. They then the same tracks leading away, but there are drag marks with them.
He was rushed. People came in and they took him away. He struggled.
You say rush, but you did get a triumph. Something you notice. The tracks are evenly paced.
Oh.
They always walking, never speeding up.
He was overwhelmed, but the assailants don't seem to have been rushed at all, actually.
Disciplined soldiers. Or something.
Or something.
I feel like we can drop the pretense with these people. They should know what they're
There are
doing.
skeletons.
They should
in
know
your
what
swamp.
There
they're
are
dealing
skeletons
with.
in your swamp. They were in the Dwarven lands, and now they're here, and they're taking all your people.
Torvin's face grows white.
I am sorry that you had to find out this way, but you should know what you're up against.
You should collect everyone in the inn and hold up there for the moment. We will venture into the swamp with anyone who is willing to join us, find the source of this problem. For it is clearly the same problem we faced and the one that stole our supplies.
Yes.
Okay. Torvin, I will get the townspeople together. You say you're going out there?
Yes.
With any willing to join us.
Torvin
We've struck a deal with Nyssa. I want to put that out there.
Torvin looks... I think my place is here. But if you were able to find Mills, then we will reward you as best we can.
I will not make promises we cannot keep, but we will search for him.
Okay.
We will find his fate, at the very least.
All right. So you head back down, following the tracks down. They do lead to the edge of the marsh, and they lead into the marsh.
Oh, he drowned.
The triumph is you can see that even in the part of the marsh they're following was not incredibly deep.
He didn't drown.
So there's a possibility.
He's alive or was alive for longer than I... Okay.
Yes.
I think it's possible he's alive.
You also think you may be able to continue following those tracks in a boat. Or by slogging through the marsh if you really wanted to, but...
Well, I'll go knock on Nyssa's door.
Well, before you do, you find one other thing at the edge of the marsh. This is the advantage you both got. There's a crumpled up piece of paper that has been trodden on. Like it was dropped and stepped on.
Sure, I'll pick it up and examine it.
It is a letter. Addressed from Mills, from Baldwin, to somebody, and it says, "My dearest, I do apologize, but I do not think I can be the person you are looking for. Yeah, and I do not think I can help you in this case. Please find it in your heart to forgive me."
Looks like
So
somebody
he broke
was-
somebody's heart, they were gonna get married or whatever, and she wasn't for her. Clearly.
Wait, sorry. So, I'm sorry. So the letter was addressed or unaddressed?
It was addressed. To dearest, basically,
okay.
and it was signed Baldwin.
Yeah.
So he wanted to help someone, but he couldn't. And he wanted them to forgive him. Got it. That doesn't seem suspicious at all.
I think we should just tuck the letter away for now.
Yeah.
I would like to do a couple things before we leave town. While we have a bunch of the villagers in one place gathering at the inn, and potentially their good graces, I'd like to get some oil and some rags,
Okay.
and throw together a couple of arrows that are ready to be lit up before I shoot them.
Like fire arrows?
I'm not hoping to get like the burn quality or anything. What I'm really
signal
hoping,
arrows.
what I really want is the ability to send a signal exactly, or to hit something in the pitch dark and have us be able to know where it is.
This is entirely reasonable. You get three arrows
Fantastic.
together, and wrap them in oil paper so they'll stay dry.
Perfect.
As you do, Stella comes over to you. Everyone's gathered together in my my inn, but I thought you should know we can't find Bert or Marjorie either.
Marjorie was wandering around in the mist. She seemed to know where she was going, too.
I think we should make one more stop before we leave town.
All right.
Check out their place.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
You come to the house and the door is actually locked.
Well,
It is a.
Not
Once.
for long. One of us is skullduggery, right?
Does anyone have skullduggery?
I don't have it.
well,
but
first
can I
I'll
just-
knock and see if
There's
anyone
no
answers.
response.
Okay. Now we've gotten that out of the way.
Can I try to unlock it?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright,
Got some skullduggers.
I don't have skullduggery, but I'm pretty cunning, so.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Difficulty?
If I just stick this wire in this lock and move it around a bunch, it just opens up. That's what
Yeah.
the movies have taught me.
If Skyrim has taught me anything,
The
Sam.
difficulty is going to be average, but I'm going to give you 2 setback dice because you are just sticking a bunch of wires around in the lock and moving it around and hoping that it opens.
You are so right. That is what I'm
It's
doing.
alright, I have a backup plan.
My backup plan is kicking the door down.
My backup plan
I
is
did
you
it.
kicking the door down.
I did it with 5 successes and 4 threat.
Oh,
All right.
brutal.
You get the door open.
See, look, it's easy.
The door swings open, and as it does, you hear a shrill shriek from inside the house, and something lunges at your face. You stumble backwards, and a large black crow flies out into the swamp.
Oh, that's not good.
You take 3 strain. The rest of you take 1 strain.
Can you shoot that thing quick as it's flying out?
No, you do not.
I'm not
You're
gonna
all
try.
All right.
you're all shocked before it flies off.
That was giant.
It was
I'm not.
like at least as big as a seagull.
I
maybe
am
a
not
little
much
bigger.
for corvids. Holy crap.
All right,
I didn't know they could crow that big.
you're in the house now. Thank you.
Yep. Oh, I have some. Thank you.
So, what would you like to do?
Look around.
Look around.
Yes.
Cool. So you look around the house, and you there's a lot of books, a lot of herbs drying on the upstairs,
Mushrooms.
mushrooms, strange plants. There is, in fact, a skull sitting on one of the shelves.
A human skull?
Oh, yes.
Does
the
it have a
skull
Does it
skull in
engrave
it?
with a skull?
It is not. It also looks very old.
Is there like a distillery around or a place where he'd be making his moonshine?
You find a small alchemist setup of like a few glass beakers, some tubing that is made out of copper and so forth. It's some of it's fairly advanced, but all of it looks very old.
Right.
Maybe gnomish manufacture.
I'm analytical and greedy. So I'm going to turn to you, Akash, and say, Akash, I know you are a person of principles with great concern for others. So, really, you should think about it this way. I mean, either these people are dead, in which case taking their supplies will help us avenge them, or they are our enemies, in which case taking their supplies aids us.
Oh, I have no problem with you taking their things.
Oh no, I was suggesting you take their things. I don't think there's much good use of any of this
Oh, I
alchemy
have
stuff.
I have
can
my
make.
own apothecary kit.
But you could have more.
What's
There's also a There's also a small bed, a hearth. It's actually a second room with a with some more living stuff, and then there's a stairway leading downstairs.
Is there some of his booze in the distillery, or?
There are a couple corked bottles on a shelf.
Is there any blood?
This stuff's pretty flammable, right?
There is no.
I was wondering.
Is there any dirt or sand?
I mean, yes, it's not the cleanest room.
Not what you're looking for.
No.
Are you looking for like vials of dirt and sand and stuff?
I don't know, like.
There's nothing that
Yeah.
you like that you see
Okay.
up here at least.
So yeah,
You haven't gotten the basement
Filtration
yet.
sometimes.
among the alchemy stuff, are there any interesting looking bottles or potions or anything like that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of like it looks like preserved herbs in alcohol or oil suspensions, perhaps. There is one vial that is a inky black liquid.
I want to inspect this stuff because I like knowledge.
Sure, give
That's
me
my desire.
Do you have alchemy or?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best.
I do have that. I don't know where it is, but I have it. There we go.
All right, give me an average alchemy check.
I'm not like great at it.
No setback or anything. You are trained in this, but it's also somebody's homebrewed setup, so
Yeah.
you're just trying
Do
to
I
keep...
get a boost for it being my desire? I don't know how desires work.
What is your desire? Knowledge?
My desire is to seek knowledge, particularly of like magical or
In this particular case, I
non-natural
am going to
means.
give you a boost die for that.
okay. Yes.
You end up with one success.
One success.
You're able to figure out that a lot of this alchemical stuff is based around like distilling and preserving herbs and plant substances. Two of those bottles are high proof alcohol. One of that vial is that one you're not sure about. You're real sure you don't want to drink it, but you don't think it's magical. It's
Okay.
just something.
I take.
It almost has it's very viscous, and it has a certain stink to it.
But doesn't smell like blood.
No, it smells like sulfur actually.
I take both bottles of alcohol and the bottle of sulfur stuff.
Okay. Anything else you want to do in this room?
I want to check out the basement, not in this room, but.
You go.
Sounds good.
All right, you go downstairs. The basement is dark. There's no windows. You have a torch or a lamp?
Is there a lamp upstairs?
Is there one upstairs?
There is a lamp
All right,
upstairs.
I'll bring the one from upstairs.
All right. In the flickering light of the lamp, you see a single room. Bookshelves again lining the walls. A small cot in the corner. And a desk on which are stacked a few other books. There is a open book on anatomy. There is
Like human anatomy? Yeah.
There is another book written in an ancient language, which you barely recognize. It's an ancient Sunderland language, actually, that says that is the rise of Tinnaman. Timoran, sorry, the rise of Timoran.
Oh, there, that guy.
Yeah.
Bones and where to find them in the human body.
I take that.
The best bones.
I take that Sunderland's book.
The third book. Does anyone, just out of curiosity, have knowledge forbidden?
Nope.
Nope.
You can't.
Ooh, no.
You can't read the third book.
This appears to be something forbidden.
However, the diagrams appear to be of creating arcane circles. There's a lot of glyphs. There, at one point, you flip open a page and there's a sketch of a doll made out of grass.
This book is Bad News Bears.
I think we should light it on fire.
Cool, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Destroying a source of knowledge?
Let's light it on
Surely not.
right, I'll light it on
this
fire.
one, this is...
Do you burn the book or?
You know what? I take it.
What? No.
I take it.
All right.
Shame on you.
You don't find anything else.
I think that we should go tell Torvin about this, though.
I think we should get going before too much daylight burns away.
It is already afternoon.
It's already afternoon. Oh, jeez.
Like just afternoon. as
Okay.
in just
Yeah, we
past
should.
We really need to get cranking.
Okay.
I think there's no need to tell Torvin this. He clearly already had his suspicions.
You also notice that all like the traveling cloaks and boots that would normally be in a house for somebody are gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're taking their lantern.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You head down to the docks.
Yep. I'll go see Nyssa. She there?
You come down to the docks and you see a hunched figure sitting in one of the boats.
Ready to embark?
I pull out the flask.
They have brought the flask. They have brought the flask. We can take them into the swamp if that is where they still want to go.
Did you see anything last night? Or hear anything?
They want to know if Nyssa saw anything. Saw anything in the mist. Nyssa does not look in the mist. That is part of the deal. Nyssa does not watch at night. Her eyes... Nyssa's eyes stay firmly fixed inside her head.
I get into the boat and give her the flask.
She takes it, and holds it, rubs it a little bit, holds it up in the wan sunlight, traces the patterns, takes off a little bit. They have brought Nyssa something very useful, very valuable. Nyssa will take them wherever they want to go. Nyssa does not promise that they will, does not promise them the same bargain Nyssa has, but Nyssa will take them into the swamp.
Can you take us to the things that you do not look at in the mist?
They want to see the things, they want to see the things. If they want to see the things, they just have to go into the swamp and the things will find them.
Very good. Please take us.
All right. So, you head out. Now, you still can follow the trail, actually, especially since you got that triumph.
Nyssa, this way.
She pulls you along, and the trail does lead through channels of water, usually based on how deep Nyssa's pull goes. It's maybe 4 or 5 feet deep in places. At those points, you can't see the trail, but sometimes you can see marsh grasses or lily pads knocked aside. And at other points, the water becomes shallower, and then you see the footprints again. They move in a straight direction, never deviating, never shifting direction.
Very
Very
diligent
skeletons.
soldiers.
Skeletons.
You go, you travel for some time before Nyssa, you see Nyssa start to look around her even more. And you notice the further you travel into the swamp, even though you don't think you've been traveling too long, it's starting to get darker, and the fog's starting to come up.
Seems like we're heading the right way.
Yes.
Nyssa does not think that you are telling the truth to yourself.
Well, Nyssa, sometimes you want things even though you think you're a bad even though you also think they're a bad idea. The freedom to attempt such things, even when knowing they're unwise. That is what it means to be an adventurer.
Nyssa thought like they do once. Nyssa did. Nyssa does. Nyssa remembers thinking like that. Nyssa remembers why she does not think like that anymore.
Nyssa, tell me, when did you strike such a deal?
Nyssa does not remember. Nyssa has been here for so long.
I'm just gonna lean over to Nim, and I'm gonna say, "So what century does this generally happen in?"
What I know is like dementia common among elves after a
Not
certain amount of time.
particularly.
Yeah.
If she is a millennia old or older, she is incredibly old. Mm-hmm. I mean, there are elves who are older than that, but they don't venture beyond the forest usually.
And they also are not prone to this sort of behavior.
No,
Yeah.
no, this is not an elf thing.
Yeah.
1,000 years of,
Yeah.
elf.
She's clearly. Never mind. It's not normal. for
She
our
is
kind.
clearly a great ally.
This is true.
She's also a little not normal.
Do that.
Are you? No.
Eat some sand. Or whatever it is you're doing.
I will
Does
put
Nyssa
scorpions in your pants.
Does Nyssa think they know where they are going? Nyssa does not know. Nyssa does not know if they know the swamp like Nyssa does.
Nyssa, we don't know the swamp like you do. That's why we've asked for your assistance.
It's true.
Do they want to go towards the old place?
Is that where the creatures in the mist go?
The tracks they lead in that direction.
Then
To
yes.
the old stone house on the hill.
And that is our destination.
Seems like our destination. How far are we from it?
Too far, not far enough.
Good. Helpful. You talk to her, Akash. Figure
It's
it out.
alright, Nyssa. Let's continue.
She keeps pulling. The house was old. The house was old when Nyssa arrived. It has stood in the swamp. It has stood in the swamp. But it sinks. It sinks. It goes down, 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 down.
Have you been to the house before?
Nyssa does not go inside the house. That is the deal. Nyssa holds by her word. They should not go in the house either.
Where did you make your deal?
Nyssa does not say. Nyssa does not say. That is the deal. Nyssa does not say.
Nyssa, do you know why the things in the mist are taking people to the house?
Nyssa does not know. Nyssa does not know why they are taken. Lies. Lies and secrets. Secrets and lies. Everyone has secrets and lies when they live long enough together.
She's right about that.
And she keeps.
I have never lied to you.
And she keeps
Haven't lived together very long.
pulling along, and now she's just humming to herself that same tune over and over. Eventually, you see a shape looming up out of the mist. Looks like you've come to a spot of higher ground, and Nyssa pulls up on the shore. This is as far as Nyssa goes. This is as far as Nyssa's boat goes. Nyssa will wait. Nyssa will wait until darkness falls, and then Nyssa will go back. That is the deal Nyssa made, and that is the deal Nyssa made with them.
Nyssa, if we are not back by nightfall, will you come back once in the daytime?
Nyssa thinks that their suggestion is fair. Nyssa will agree to that.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
If we can live that long, we have a way out.
We only have to survive the night there.
Yeah.
All right. You start walking up onto the shore, and then it is indeed looks like an island in the swamps. A lot of dead trees, heavy bushes, marsh grasses. But there's a trail leading up there.
There, the footprints leading up to it. Yeah.
Ah, smell that. The peat of the bog.
Not my favorite.
Who's taking the lead?
Oh, I'll take the lead.
Okay. Make a vigilance check.
Vigilance can do.
Yep.
Yep.
As you walk. This will be average.
Average.
But you know what? I'm going to give you a boost die because I feel like you're not. You're taking this relatively seriously.
Yes.
Keeping a wary eye out.
That is accurate. Triumph, so, but not a success overall, because one failure. So 1 advantage, 1 triumph.
Okay. You can recover a strain with the advantage.
Okay.
And the triumph is you see someone standing with their back to you, ahead on the trail, looking forward. Kind of leaned up next to a tree, like they're taking cover.
How far away are they?
Maybe about 30, 40 feet. You also recognize the clothing and stringy black hair of Bert Hooper.
As soon as I see him, I'll kind of like stop everyone and, we'll like crouch down. Or I'll crouch
Out
down.
a flask.
And I'll point him out to you guys.
Should I kill him?
Sure.
He would have good information.
Maybe we'll try to take him alive.
Yeah.
I'll try to sneak up on him.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
How far away are we from him?
30, 40 feet, he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll draw one of my daggers.
Okay.
Keep my other hand free, and I'll try to sneak up on him. What's his vigilance?
I'm gonna need it to be average, but you get a boost die.
Well,
I think we got there.
You did.
yes,
Yeah.
we did.
One
Just
success.
a success.
You go up right behind him. He
I'm
doesn't
gonna
turn.
listen very closely for like 5 seconds, see if I hear any breaths.
Smart. You don't.
Yeah. I'm gonna look and see if there's like a noose hanging from the tree or something like that.
Nope.
No?
I mean, at this point, you're very close to him.
Alright. I am going to return to the group.
All right. With the triumph you rolled, now that he comes back, you are pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah. Seems like his lack of breath would indicate
He's dead.
yeah,
All right.
a certain
Are we
departure
sure he's
from this
dead,
mortal
like
realm.
staying dead?
Oh no, that's why I didn't touch him.
Ah. No jump scares.
But he is deceased.
What do you do?
I think we should all approach him. I think he may be the bait in a trap, however.
So should we not approach him and go around the other way to see if there's...
Actually, I think with the triumph, what you are pretty sure is there's nothing else around you. No one else around you. It's
Well.
just him.
Let's go check it out, I guess.
Or we could avoid him, as Akash suggested. He might just simply be the bait in a trap we need not stick our hand into.
Well, there's no one else around right now. We know that much.
But if he's here, then that means that Mire might be around.
That's true.
And she could be the spooky mastermind.
Spooky.
Well, you going up there or not? The light's fading.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right, you walk up.
You were the one dragging us out at
You
night.
walk right up to him.
Yep.
He doesn't move.
I'll walk around in front of him.
His, as you do, you see his head is slumped forward and blood has run down the front of his shirt.
Okay.
As
You
if his
reach out
neck-
to like.
How is he like standing? Is he just kind of like leaning
now
up against?
now
it?
that you can see him, he is completely slumped up against the tree.
Sure.
And if you reach out and you touch him, his body actually falls to the ground.
Okay. I'll search the body quickly.
You don't really find anything of consequence. He has his clothes. He has a belt, a traveling knife. Like
But nothing significant.
nothing significant.
Okay.
I am going to surreptitiously take 2 feet of my rope and tie his feet together. Because if I'm going to be pursued by zombie Bert, I would rather he be bad at chasing me.
That's fair.
Yep.
It's not that surreptitious, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
Trying to be very sneaky. Yes.
I assume they're both looking at me like I'm some kind of maniac, and I'm just.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Time.
No, I understand. I
Yeah,
understand.
we get it.
It's fine.
all right.
If you're going to race a zombie, at least make the race unfair.
I hope he doesn't hop around like a pogo stick.
You keep going.
Yeah. Do we see the house yet?
Very soon you see it is not a house. It is a castle looming up, or at least a large manor with an outer wall.
That's no house.
Looms up out of the mist. The path leads around the wall to a gate. The wrought iron doors have long since fallen away. The wall is incredibly old, crumbling in places, and when you come to the gate, the arch has actually fallen in.
Is the rest of the manor itself in similar state of disrepair?
Similar state.
Yeah.
It looks like the roof has collapsed a little bit. Some of the walls are missing. Like some of the walls like fallen in a bit. The windows are all open, and the light's shining in.
Well,
I don't like it.
yes. What a quarry might be in there, most likely.
guess.
And those people that were carried away.
Okay, so they're dead.
Yeah, but weren't we going to discover their fate or
Okay,
something?
well, you with the big old sword that turns into like light incarnate, why don't you go? You go first.
You hear muffled mumbling sounds from in the courtyard once you go in to your left.
Like around the corner?
Yeah.
Or... Well, someone's chatting it up over there.
I bet it's Marjorie with her little.
Do you want me to try to?
Just throw some scorpions
Yeah,
around
Should
the
I
corner.
sneak closer?
Yeah, you do.
I'll try to
that.
sneak closer
Send a
again.
scorpion attack swarm.
All right, this time
I need
Yeah.
to see
it will be
things.
hard.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you want to upgrade it?
There's
no boost.
Yeah, there's no boost.
Actually, there is a boost.
Oh, okay, good. I like that. Yes, I do want to upgrade it.
Other way.
Oh, sorry.
Bring them closer to me.
Yes, that makes more sense. Yeah, we got there. I mean, that's a bunch of thread, but we got there.
It's actually only one thread.
One success,
Go
one
ahead and take a
thread.
strain.
Yes. I
Yeah,
do.
you're just a little. You are thoroughly.
This is a creepy
creeped out.
environment. I know what's up.
You
I fought some skeletons in my day.
You slip in, and you find that on that side of the courtyard, the manor house, which like very large, and in moderate disrepair, the courtyard around it is much bigger.
Okay.
And to your left, it actually slopes down into sort of a sunken garden. There are raised sort of wall platforms around it, and it looks like some broken statues and crumbled pillars. It was maybe a place of performance or just a enjoyable place to relax. However, that lets you come up to the edge and see what's going on in the sunken garden without being noticed. What you see is Marjorie and Baldwin. Baldwin is tied. His hands are tied, and he's lying on the ground. There is a circle marked out around him.
Yep.
It looks like with white sand.
I like sand.
You might not like this sand.
Marjorie is also standing in the circle. She has a dagger.
I was gonna say, there's a dagger. Yep.
And then outside of the circle are six figures. And by figures, I mean rotting corpses standing silently watching.
Yep.
Attention.
Zombies.
All right. How close do I estimate she is to plunging that profane dagger.
She has a book open and she's reading from it, and
like reading, like reciting an incantation, or like referring to the text.
referring to the text, but then every once in a while she'll say something, she'll mumble something, and Baldwin looks. You think he's alive, you can see his chest moving, but looks unconscious. There's blood caked around the top of his head.
Okay. Can my comrades see me from where they are?
I don't know, do you guys peek into the courtyard?
Yeah.
I think so.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna gesture something out for you, and you're gonna have to try to figure out what I mean.
Okay.
You're
You're gonna shoot,
an arrow. And then we're
and then
gonna go inside.
we're gonna come around the side
And then we're gonna kill him.
and fight.
Alright. We have no idea how many people are in there.
Nope, but
That's fine.
he's gonna shoot an arrow, and then we're gonna come around the side.
Okay, alright. So probably not that many, right? It's probably fine.
You wouldn't have told us to do that if
Yeah.
there weren't too many.
Yeah, if we were gonna die.
I think you all should roll initiative. Add a boost die.
Right.
Reasonable.
Are we using
however,
vigilance?
Cool.
I'd like to. I guess it's an incidental, so I can do it whenever.
Three successes, one advantage.
Wait, we're getting boost die for what now? Sorry.
Because you're taking a bit of
Oh,
surprise.
gotcha. 3 advantage, 1 success.
Three advantage, or three success, 4 advantage.
Nice.
Nice. All right.
I've actually made a character for once who's pretty good at cool just by virtue of pressing 3.
I am not.
Okay.
My characters are usually much more vigilant than they are cool. And this one actually has more ranks, but that's to even things out.
Could you clear the rest of this out of there?
There you go.
Oh.
Oh. Good thing zombies aren't very cool.
I mean, neither were necromancers, but when you roll 4 successes on 2 dice, anything's cool.
Anything's cool.
Or vigilant, as this would be.
All right. So, because you're initiating things, even though the first slot is an NPC slot, it'll be taken by one of the groups of zombies who will stand there and observe.
Yep.
So then we have the first PC slot.
Okay, so let's start things out strong, if you don't mind. So I'm going to go ahead and pop. I'm going to use my my human ready for adventure
Yeah.
to steal one of these, and then I'm
yeah.
going to kick it back immediately for Aim of Chronos. So this is my heroic ability, which I have upgraded once for story and once for duration. So it only takes 1 story point to activate. When making a range check after rolling, I remove 1 of the difficulty dice of my choice. How far away am I from this person?
From Marjorie,
Yes.
you are medium range.
All right, great.
And there are no upgrades for this check.
Okay.
Actually, no, there are no upgrades.
No upgrades.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a setback die because she's wearing heavy
Yep.
robes.
And then I will aim.
Yep.
Then I will take 2 strain to aim again.
All right.
The old double aim.
The old double aim. All right. I am going to use 1 of my fire arrows for this for maximum chaos. Not that I think it'll. All right. If you think it'll throw the aim off, then I won't.
So, what I'm going to say is, in this case, shooting someone with a fire arrow is just shooting them with a slightly less accurate arrow.
Okay, in that case, I won't bother.
Yeah. Because you don't actually light people on fire with fire arrows.
No, but what I might do is just, like, shock her more or whatever.
She'll be...
It would certainly be surprising.
She will certainly be plenty surprised.
So he's getting shot with a real arrow.
That's fair, but this is a setting where it's very unlikely to kill you in one shot, so...
Yeah, we'll see how you roll.
We will. All right.
2 triumphs. No.
That's
You
okay.
get to remove a
yeah,
dot.
so I get to knock one of these out. So let's see. Well, I don't even hit.
Lots of advantage.
Wow.
So you could knock out the 2 threat and get a bunch of advantage instead.
Jeez, that is terrible.
It was.
What a bad roll. Ugh. All right, well, yeah, let's just do a bunch of advantage. So I want to hit the book.
The book?
Yeah.
All right.
I want to pin the book to the wall some distance from her.
With 5 advantage, I'll let you pin the book. Yeah, absolutely. So the arrow flies out, strikes the center of the book, and carries it. You know what? 5 advantage. It carries it off somewhere into the far corner, and doesn't look like anyone can see. Marjorie yelps in surprise, and spins around. Looking up where obviously you're exposed now.
Oh yeah.
And she says, "Get them! Get him!" And she as she spins, you see that around her neck is a doll made out of grass.
Okay.
So when she shouts that, one of the groups of zombies starts moving towards you.
Yep.
They are now at short range.
Yep.
But
It's all right. That's what my comrades are for.
yeah, they're zombies. They don't. They're not going to double move or anything. They just. So they start walking towards you, and then we have a PC slot.
All right. Well,
Please go.
Can I
Yeah.
run around the corner and?
So it's going to take. You could running around the corner will get you up to Max's position.
Yep.
Yeson's position.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
And then you're at short range from the zombies.
Let's see. So if I took 2 strain, I could move up and attack.
You absolutely could.
All right.
Get him.
Doing it. All right. With my big ol' moonlight greatsword, not the actual signature ability, but just the
sweet sword.
Just the sweet sword itself. All right. So I get all of these.
All right.
2
It is just average.
Yep. All right. Let's see.
Yeah.
Nice.
Triumph. Those cancel out. So triumph and 3 successes.
Is your greatsword
Yep.
accurate or something like that?
No, it does not have accuracy.
It just has because it's a signature weapon. So it's
Oh, and it does have an automatic advantage because it's superior.
That's right,
so
superior.
triumph, 3 successes, 1 advantage.
Do you want to regain a strain with the 1 advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Certainly.
What would you like to do with the triumph?
Let's see.
If you inflict a crit, you can automatically kill one of the zombies.
That sounds pretty good.
All right.
I'll crit to kill a zombie.
And how much damage do you deal?
Yes. So I got 3 successes, so 7 damage total.
Okay.
How many zombies in each group?
Right?
No, you're more than that.
Oh no, because it's
You should.
damage is +4, brawn +4, right?
Yeah.
8,
So-
9, 10, 11.
Okay.
There we
that's
go.
better.
There it is.
So you just run up and cleave 2 of them in half?
Yes, that's exactly what happens. In fact, you come up, you swing your sword, chop off one zombie's head, and then you plunge it into the second zombie's chest.
Mm-hmm.
You have a panicked moment when the zombie starts clawing its way up the sword towards you. Before realizing what you're fighting, you rip out the sword and proceed to dismember it with quick,
Yeah.
sure strokes.
Yeah. It's like the end of Fellowship of the Ring
Yep.
when he's like pulling him in. Yeah, just like that.
Except that you're pretty sure the zombie's not dying as it does that. It's just trying to get you.
Right.
How many zombies per group?
3 per group.
3 per group, and we just killed 1.
2.
2.
2.
So
Okay,
there's one
so
left
there's
there.
4 zombies left. Got it.
And it is your turn.
Oh boy, so how far away am I from that first zombie group?
You can't see them right now. You'd have to move up.
Okay, well, I move up so I can see them.
Now you're at short range. They are
I'm at
engaged. With
short
this.
range. Perfect. So just the one zombie is, or all four?
All one. The
One of
other
them.
3 are at medium
Okay.
range.
Hey, can
Perfect.
you squash those other ones?
No.
Oh,
But I can kill the one in front of you.
cool.
So
Good
I'm
enough
gonna
for
do
me.
that. Well, maybe I can. So I am going to do Tendrils of Nature, which is my signature spell.
Okay.
I'm going to take a total of 3 strain to do that, to decrease difficulty by 1 because I have innate focus, which is, I think, in the Expanded Player's Guide. Yeah, I'm doing a bunch of stuff from an Expanded Player's Guide. It's a good book. I
course.
recommend it. I took so much strain. That's fine. Okay, so the difficulty is 2.
Yeah, who are you targeting?
The zombie that's there. I'm gonna
The
try
second
to just...
group of zombies? Or
No, the one that's within short.
Okay. Cool.
It's only short or engaged. So I get all this.
All right.
And I'm using sand, because I got my little flask out, so I
Cool.
get a boost die, because I have component casting. If you have a relevant component, then you can get a boost die if your GM says you can.
And how many uses of sand do you have left at this point?
I refilled on our week's travel, so I have this. I have 8 total,
Wow.
Okay.
but some of it is mountain sand. Ooh,
More different scorpions.
different scorpions. I mean scorpions. What are you talking about?
As we found out,
I only
mountain
have-
scorpions are scorpions covered in fur.
I only have 1 vial of lizard blood left,
Woolly
though,
scorpions.
so
Yeah.
I don't carry a lot of that around with me. So
Yeah, you gave one away.
tendrils of earth. I
Yeah.
did
I think you got 'em.
it.
I think you got 'em.
I did
You
it.
did the thing.
I did the thing. But there's a threat.
Would you like to take 2 strain or 1 wound
I'll take a wound.
as you stress yourself?
Yes, wound. That sounds good. Cool. So that's 3. So 13 damage.
13 damage on
Yes.
that last zombie.
Yes.
A stone erupts from the wall, flies out, and just pulps the zombie. Basically, you rip a stone out of the wall below you, chuck it at the zombie. I should have had you upgrade it once. But in this case, we're going to, because I forgot, you get away with it without clocking Nim. And the zombie explodes in a shower of gore. All right, and then the last NPC group. As Marjorie is shouting and she's starting to back away, Yestrind, you feel...
Urinsend.
Urinsend.
Urinsend. That's right, Urinsend. Urinsend, you feel something cold run down your spine, and...
Not this again.
Oh,
I got cursed last time too.
What's your, do you have any defense?
Nope.
Okay.
Let's see.
Do you want to upgrade this?
No, I don't.
Okay. You know what? I do.
Great.
That's reasonable.
That's good. I would like those.
Yeah, I figured you might. Ugh. Oh, the double fail is good.
Icy, cold hands dig into your spine.
Ah!
You will take, well, the good news is you're going to take,
Good news.
3. You take 3 damage, but it ignores your armor.
Okay.
And then you are going to take a crit,
All right.
as it grabs your heart.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 24, but it's going to go up to a 44 because of all that advantage. 'Cause this thing is crit 1. You were knocked prone and suffers 1 strain. I'm actually going to say, because you're on the edge of this thing, you're knocked into the garden and you'll take 2 strain.
All right.
So you tumble forward, average crit, and you look behind you and you see a writhing specter made up of, it's almost like 3 people's bodies twisting together, but with claws, clawed hands whipping out, and that's what attacked you. all of you need to make a daunting fear check. So I hope you invested in willpower.
Oh.
Daunting.
So is that we just
That's
use our
5.
will for it?
Willpower. No, it's willpower plus.
It's discipline. Right?
Discipline.
Discipline.
Actually, we're gonna make this this will just be hard. We'll take 1 off. There we go.
Nope. I fail with 3 threat.
All right. I'm gonna say you lose. You lose your maneuvers next turn.
Okay.
So you can still take an action, but you can't move or anything
Cool.
because you're pretty much just frozen in terror.
I like that. Hey, I thought I was gonna lose my action.
I have a threat.
To 1 threat only.
Yeah.
You are just you cannot get. You have to spend your next maneuver moving away from this thing because it's right next to you.
Oh, okay.
So your first maneuver has to be run, and then you can act normally.
Okay.
1 threat.
That's success. No,
Nope.
same thing. You have to run away from this thing, which in this case might be towards the zombies.
Sure.
Actually, no. I'm gonna say when you run, you can't run towards another enemy. You've
Okay.
gotta
Gotta
run away.
run just away.
Yeah.
Like 1 maneuver. Okay.
And then you can act normally. So, at the top of the round, oh, by the way, that 3 damage you suffered, that was strain damage.
Oh, that was strain damage. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You did not mention that.
Sorry. No, it's icy claws grip your soul, not your body.
My soul.
Please don't use these.
I think this specter's gonna come after you since you're standing up there too.
Me alone.
You have any defense?
No.
I was. Take 1 back, by the way, Max. I was rolling a bit too high for you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm complaining about banker in my favor.
Yeah. So it's gonna swing at you. All right. Well, it'll just hit you. It will not crit you, but you'll take 4 strain because it does 4 strain damage to your strain threshold.
So what happens when I go over my strain?
You pass out.
Oh no, rip.
The soak doesn't do anything for that.
Oh, this bad.
What?
Soak doesn't do anything?
Normally it would. These things ignore soak. Well,
Alright.
they ignore 10 points of soak.
I pass out.
All right, you tumble over as it screams into your face. However, because it rolled a threat, you're gonna notice something as you pass out. You see one of the faces is a because like I said, multiple figures writhing around. One of the faces is that of an anguished-looking 20-something woman.
Oh no, it's Ruth.
Oh yeah, these were definitely the 3
She and even as you get hit and you fall over, you see her glaring at Marjorie.
Ooh. Well, I'm
PC
not-
slot.
Okay. You can only take actions.
I can only take actions. I actually think I'm not the best candidate to go first because
Okay.
I have a plan for my turn.
Okay. You do still have your bow in your hand.
Yeah,
as well.
But I'm prone.
Okay.
Yes.
So I can't really shoot at anything.
So I have to
You
run.
could. You'll suffer setback dice for it.
Yeah.
So if you have a better plan.
I do have a better plan.
So I have to run.
So you run
away.
basically sideways.
Can I? Where's Marjorie right now?
She is next to the zombies.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So I run kind of sideways, like.
You could
so
still
I have
get to her.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Yeah.
You suffer 2 strain.
Okay.
But you sort of start running, and then you're like, no, I have to go do this thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I kind of circle around it a bit, I guess, and
Yeah.
get within striking distance of her.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you'll take a setback die on this because you're basically having to sort of like get around the zombies to get to her.
Yep. Okay. Setback. There we go.
Yep.
Ah! Nope. Failure for advantage.
For advantage. Is there something you'd like to do with for advantage?
Slice off the necklace.
Yes.
If that's a possibility.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah. I would do that.
All right. She ducks back with a gloating expression as you swing at her, and the zombies start to reach out to grab you, and but then she looks down, seeing the necklace fall away from her, and it falls outside the circle, and her eyes suddenly get wide, and she starts to look panicked.
Can I use a talent here? So I want to use my challenge talent against her to choose an enemy, so she gets 1 boost against me, but 2 setbacks against anyone else.
Certainly.
All right. I'll say something cool like, "It's just you and me."
All right. Next, the zombies are going to attack you.
It's just you and me and all those zombies.
All those zombies.
No, that's what makes it cool. See?
Yeah, no, because the zombies are beneath your contempt.
You have 1 defense, right?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Sorry, zombies attacking me? That's what's happening? Okay.
Oh yeah, they're coming for you.
All right. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Guess I'll have to reroll that one.
All right. Well.
Oh, that cancels off all the advantage and leaves 1 threat. But they will hit you for. Well, there are 3 zombies, and they do more damage when there's more of them. So 8. You're going to take 11 damage.
All right. So I soak 5.
Yep. So they grab you and start ripping at you, but
You don't have parry, do you?
Oh, I do have parry. I should parry.
you should parry.
Good
that would be
call.
a smart
Yeah.
decision.
Yep.
Well, depending on how your strain is doing, I would not parry in this situation based on where my strain is at.
Yeah. No, I can parry.
All right.
We're good. We're all good here.
So, the one threat though is the zombies. The next person to attack the zombies will get a boosted die because they're kind of just holding on to you and not really in any position to defend themselves. Not that they are anyway, because they're zombies. All right. So the next PC slot.
All right, so I'm going to turn to these 3 specters because
Yeah.
I was already pretty sure when you said 3 figures that it was our ghostly townsfolk. So even though I didn't see what Akash did, I was pretty sure anyway. And I'm going to say, you 3, you've suffered so much, and you've been turned against your purpose, bound to the will of someone else. That is wrong. But I will assist you in seeking your freedom. If you can resist her will for a moment now, I will seek to see you free. Can you do that? And I'm going to try to social them into. I'm going to try to leadership or charm, depending on which you think is more fitting, to try to get them to resist her foul influence and maybe even.
Is one of them better than the other?
No, they're all the same.
Then I feel like there's more charm, probably.
And I will make it.
It's a little of both. But
I'll charm it up.
Yeah, since it's the same pool.
It
Leader
is the
charm.
same.
All right.
Charm ship.
Charm ship.
Let's see. All right, so
And I'm hoping that severed talisman might make this
yes.
possible.
The check's going to be average. However, I'm going to give you 2 boost dice.
Ooh.
Do you want to do anything else?
Well, I can't take maneuvers.
You can spend story points.
I am going to upgrade, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm unconscious.
I'm hoping maybe I can get you back up next turn when I have maneuvers again.
All right.
All right. And, let's roll this puppy up. Oh, that is a terrible roll. That is a terrible, terrible roll. All right.
Oh, they don't like you.
They don't like me at all. With 1 advantage, could I knock 1 strain off of Akash? Unless you have another thought.
With 1 advantage, you will accomplish something. You just won't accomplish what you were looking for.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take the mystery box.
All right. You'll have to wait because. Oh no, wait. That was you, and Akash is out. So now they go. So you were trying to get that. You were trying to inspire them to do something. One of the specters looks at you. A young woman stares at you for a long moment. A young man stands next to her, looking at you, and then an old, middle-aged man, and then they look at you. They look at Marjorie, and they hiss with anger, and then suddenly they rush forward. Here's the thing. They were actually going to attack Marjorie anyway.
Okay.
So the advantage is that as they lash out, they flow around you and around Nim, and they don't attack you.
I like that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Good. I like that.
Yes. To be fair, your instincts were right on. So they dive at Marjorie, and she screams in panic as the specters slash into her with their ethereal talons. She collapses, shuddering. You see ice forming on her clothes, and blood starts leaking out of her eyes. And then the specters are gone in an instant. And the zombies collapse.
Is Marjorie like dead?
You're not sure.
Okay. But the specters are gone, zombies have collapsed. Are we out of combat?
We are out of combat.
Okay.
I've got some healing herbs. Could I use those to help?
Well, so first everyone can just make a check to recover strain, including you, Akash.
What's the check on that?
It is a discipline or cool check as your preference.
Ugh.
With 3 advantage, I'll also let you... Do you have any wounds?
Nope.
Okay. I'll let you recover 2 strain instead of 1.
That's good.
We are in nature.
Yes.
So I
give her
can
one
use my
strain.
1 with nature to do survival instead.
Of course.
Good, because I'm better at that.
Does anyone have any other talents for recovering strain?
I'm going to use my heroic recovery, I think, and shoot a story point over to you to recover 4.
How does
Or
it
save it.
works.
It's 1
Do you
per
want to save it, or do you want to use it now?
I guess I could
family
use it at any
spend
time,
3
right?
Yeah.
All right,
advantage
yeah.
this time to recover an extra. It might give you the same deal.
Yeah, I'll let you recover 2. Does that bring you up?
Yeah.
So you wake
Even
up.
1 would get you to functional.
Can I clutch at my Wanderer's Stone and use it quick?
What is it?
It's my rune-bound shard.
Oh, that's right.
It lets me recover strain.
Yeah.
I can use it once per encounter.
Of course, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yes, ironically, had you not been caught with such a mighty blow, you'd have been the perfect person to tank the ghosts, thanks to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Offloaded stats.
I guess I'll prioritize checking on Baldwin before.
He is alive but unconscious.
Okay. I'll cut him loose with my sword of his binds and pull him out of the circle.
Can I go? Can I check him out? Can I do like a medicine check to
Yeah.
see like, okay, I can do that. I'm good. I'm decent. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be easy.
Okay. I did it with an advantage.
You can recover another strain if you want.
Boy, howdy.
So, success is he is unconscious. He sustained a nasty blow to the head. So
Can I disinfect it with the alcohol?
Sure.
Okay. I have some stuff.
Yeah, you think he's stable, but you are having a hard time waking him.
That's okay.
I mean, it was a blow to the head. He may take a while to wake up.
He should be probably okay. Minimal brain damage.
I can live with that. I'll go over to Marjorie and check her out. Is she dead?
She gasps, like breathing very shallowly as you come over, and blood comes out between her lips.
So she seems to be dying.
She's dying.
Yeah.
She's not dead.
Yeah.
I'll make my way over as well.
Can I? Are you sorry? You're doing something.
No. That's pretty much. If you have something, go for it.
I go up to her and I put my boot on her chest.
Whoa, hardcore.
All right. She coughs.
But you're
more
so
blood.
nice.
Not when people hurt other people, especially innocent
but
people.
now you're hurting other people.
That's fine. Were you working with someone else? I let up a little bit so she can talk.
Damn you.
her eyes are kind of panicked. She looks back and forth.
The master promised me greatness.
You tell me who your master is, and I'll let you die easy. You don't, and you die by scorpions.
She
You
starts,
don't want the scorpions.
her eyes drift towards the manor, and then she looks back at you and starts to laugh.
I pour sand on her and summon scorpions
There's
to eat her alive.
There's a short scream, and then and she very quickly dies.
Yep.
I go about my business as if nothing happened, and I inspect the sand that's on the ground. Because you said there was a circle of sand. Yep.
Pure white sand.
Cool, I collect 2 flasks of it.
I'm gonna hold up a little bit of that sand and just sniff it. And does it smell kind of like it's maybe powdered bone instead of sand?
It's a really good nose you got there. It does smell sort of musty and
I'm just gonna turn to you and I'm gonna say, are grave scorpions a thing?
We can find out.
Well, if you use that sand, you will find out.
Okay, well, we'll see.
I thought you were a geomancer.
I'm Earth, and I mean, what are bones?
Yeah, and what is the ground but tons of piled up dead
Yeah.
things?
Okay, I guess we'll find out then.
Oh my
I am an elementalist, which is also in the new book, and it means that I'm really good at Earth stuff, but I can't do other elements.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. So, does Marjorie have anything else on her?
Oh, you can't tell now. Her body's been torn
Oh,
to
yeah,
shreds by
that's right.
scorpions.
We
you know
can't
about the
find
book,
anything
though. We
useful.
The book, but
Yeah, I'll go look for the book.
You find it. It is perhaps unsurprising. It is very similar to the book you found in the basement. A lot of indecipherable writing, drawings of charms, skeletons.
I'll give it to Akash. She likes that dark stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna hand it to Akash and I'm gonna say, but this one's a special edition. It's got an arrow in it.
you
It's
can
been
have the
personally
arrow back.
signed by my arrow.
Well, I guess Marjorie sought greatness, but really she didn't stand a ghost of a chance.
Good.
Little gallows humor for us today.
So she was looking at the mansion. Maybe we should go, or inside the manor. Maybe we should go in there. But I'm worried. I don't want to leave him out here. And you're pretty strong. Actually, I'm pretty strong. I pick him up.
Let's not take him into the...
He's probably safer out
He's-
here.
yeah.
He would be even safer if we left him with...
You could drag him down to Nissa's boat real
Nyssa.
quick.
Oh yeah, I'll go do that.
All right.
I pick him up and I go, okay, I'll be right back.
Nissa's still there.
Okay. Hey Nyssa. We've saved Baldwin Mills. Can he go on the boat?
Nyssa did not make a deal for carrying more people with them, but the townspeople would appreciate if Nyssa helped.
I imagine you'd get free bread for life. Or at least, Baldwin's life. Maybe not your life.
Yeah.
Nyssa will take him. Nyssa
Okay.
will take him.
All right. Well, we're
She
gonna.
will keep him safe.
Nyssa, come on! You were being great till that moment.
Come on, Nyssa. Stop
Nyssa,
joshing.
by the way, I have something for you. Because I know this is a burden. You gotta have another person. I pull out one of the flasks filled with bones. I have this just as a gift. It's another silver flask with bones in it now.
She takes the flask, pours it out into the
gotcha.
swamp, and then takes the flask.
Okay, I have one less flask. It's fine.
It's fine. Those bone flasks are never going to do anything good for us anyway. You're going to be like,
Guaranteed to go
behold
throw
the
that.
power
It's
of
gonna, like,
scorpions.
spirit bomb us.
Summon a giant Wycar scorpion.
But it'll be
All
friendly.
right.
All right,
Maybe.
let's go in.
So do you head into the manor?
Yeah.
All right. As you walk towards the steps of the manor, a black cat sits in the doorway, staring at you.
I'll hold out my hand.
Is it
One
about
dice.
the size of a large seagull?
No, it's smaller than that.
I'll,
Okay.
I'll hold out my hand as one does to see if the cat wants to approach.
it hisses and then runs back inside.
No, I'll screw you. Alright.
All right.
Cats.
As you
I'm sure we'll see that cat again.
Yeah, seems likely.
who's going first into the?
I'll go first.
All right. As you step
Oh,
inside.
actually,
I should drink a healing thing or something. I did take some wounds.
yeah.
One second.
Oh, can I just? Oh wait.
How would you feel about trying to medicine this crit off of me? It's
Oh
average.
yeah, sure. I can do that. That's fine. I am pretty good at
Okay.
medicine. Is that fine? Mm-hmm. Okay. What's the difficulty?
Average.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Nope.
No.
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 You just got
Alright.
the crit.
Nah, ghost
Sorry.
crits.
So who's going in first?
I'll go in first.
Okay. And who's going in second?
I need to heal some strain first. Hold on.
Oh.
Do you have a potion?
I have a healing spell. Which
The healing spell is not a great way to heal strain.
mine I don't have another way to heal strain. I used my thingy.
Doesn't
Okay.
your signature ability heal strain?
No.
Or not your signature, but your heroic ability? I thought you took the upgrade weird.
Yeah, but I need another strain
Yeah,
point
yeah.
for us to do that. Okay, well,
worry.
we'll just deal with it. It's fine.
Don't worry, I'm sure
We'll
you'll
get
get a
those
chance.
back.
It's fine. We'll just deal with it.
So who's going in second?
I'll go in the middle.
Okay. As you walk up to the threshold, a black cat steps out in front of the door and watches you.
Hello.
It hisses at you and runs inside.
This place is lousy with cats.
Great. I walk inside.
All right. You all step inside. Who's going last?
I'm going in last.
As you step inside, you look back behind you. There's a black cat sitting on the porch staring out.
I'll hold out my hand, see if the cat wants to approach.
It hisses at you and runs into the shadows.
Well, alright, be that way.
So you step inside.
Did anyone grab the doll?
Nope.
Fine.
We come inside and there's thousands of black cats that just stacked high with them.
So the entrance, you go through the entranceway of the manor, and this part's pretty tumble down. It's even darker in here than it was outside, and seems like the mist is seeping in from the walls. You walk into the main hall.
Has night fallen yet? What time of day is it? About.
You thought it was mid-afternoon, but
That's
it feels
right.
like night in here.
Okay.
Probably always feels like night in here.
Yeah.
You walk down the main hall and into what you figure was probably a banquet room. Vaulted ceilings, towering columns. Outside the windows, it is pitch black. And the only light in the hallway is in the very center of the room. There is a pile of, it looks like gold, silver trinkets, at least chest high. And on the top of the pile is a irregularly shaped stone with carvings etched into it that glows with a faint pearly radiance.
That's bait.
Is that the Rune of Awakening?
That seems like the thing we want.
That's bait.
Does it? Well, yes, of course, but does it match our understanding of the Rune
It
of
certainly
Awakening?
looks like a runebound shard.
Okay, well. So we're in this room.
Oh, like the legit runebound chart? I thought we were just going to get tablets that had the runes on them.
Oh,
Well,
No.
kind of both.
Yeah,
right?
kind of
The
both.
Baroness wants.
Oh, because it could have. Okay.
The
okay.
rune.
because she
Got
was
it.
buried with potentially with a runebound shard.
Yes.
The runebound shard itself.
Okay, got it.
The Rune of Awakening. We're supposed to get for Baroness
The Baroness.
something.
Starts with an F or something.
Are there other like
Baroness
doors
Frostgate.
leading deeper into the manor?
I don't know what her name is.
Baroness von Frostgate.
You can't tell. It's too dark in here.
Do we have a light source?
We have a
saw that
lantern.
that we brought.
Yeah.
Before you light that, I take out my other bottle of alcohol and I make a line in front of us with the alcohol, and I pull out my torch. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Go.
You light the lamp. It illuminates the area just around you. There's some a shattered banquet table, some cracked chairs, but you can't see the depths of this hall. It's too big, even.
This looks like it was quite a party.
Yes, they piled up all of their treasure and then left.
Broke the tables. Just saying, it seems like a good party.
Okay, Ernson. What should we do?
Well, spring the trap, I guess.
No, let's go look for whoever this master is.
Probably is waiting for someone to spring the trap.
Yeah,
no?
springing the trap is the easiest way to get him here.
Yes, but not the most advantageous way to get him here.
I mean, he
Or on a-
probably already knows we're here, right? Okay, I don't know.
Alright,
You
alright.
do something then. You go.
All right, I will start taking the lead. Does it lead any? Are there stairs or anything like that?
No, it's just in the middle of the room.
No, but I mean, is there a stairwell or anything, or any other doors?
You can't tell the far end of the hall. It's too dark.
I'll proceed toward the far end of the hall, going around the middle with as much berth as I can afford to give it.
Yeah, likewise.
I got my alcohol in a flask.
As you walk around, are you all going?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
You hear at your shoulder a deep voice. As a matter of fact, I am already here.
See, you told you we should have just spun the trap.
Reroll
Now we're
for
caught here with
initiative.
our pants down like a bunch of nincompoops.
Who are you?
I am the master of this hall. Why have you come skulking into my lair?
Well, you see, we're trying to recover some supplies from a trading caravan.
And we're trying to stop you from killing people.
That too.
It seems like it was your accomplice that was murdering people. We don't want you to. We don't want to
Yeah,
lump you in on that.
Yeah, that might have been, totally under your nose and not okay with you.
Okay, I doubt it. He's a master of the house.
The voice now comes from across the hall. Oh no, by all means, lump me in with her crimes. I don't mind.
What a creeper.
Do you want to do this here, or should we come to you? You hanging out in a bedroom somewhere? Maybe a balcony? That would be dramatic.
The door shuts on that you came in, slammed shut. I think those weapons, that armor, your skulls would look good piled up amongst my horde. And as he says that, you see two glowing red lights about 20 feet up off the floor, and a massive form shifting in the shadows.
It's a big old boy.
Roll for initiative.
I hate this.
Cool or vigilance or
This is cool.
okay. Yeah, you're right. This is cool. 3 advantage.
4 advantage. Ugh.
1 advantage.
We're the best.
The best.
Oh. It is super cool. Oh no!
It was a blank.
Hey,
Aww. I liked it better when it was blank.
I mean, he's still gonna be on top no matter what.
Yeah.
The dragon steps into the glowing light of the Rune of Awakening. You see a gray-scaled worm with patches of flesh missing, and its wings, instead of being reptilian wings, seem to be made of roiling, smoking shadow. Its eyes glow red, and it takes in a deep breath and then spews coils of shadow at one of you.
Oh no.
At you.
Of course.
Okay, as long as it does real damage, you're fine.
If it does, it's shadows.
It could do real damage.
Is this a new encounter?
This is a new encounter.
Great.
It's going for your soul.
You want to upgrade
You got
that,
any
Sam?
defense? Oh yeah, I should upgrade that.
No, I don't have any defense.
That's unfortunate. Well, but good news, it misses.
Yay!
So it is going to trigger its blast
Yep.
as the coiling mist splashes around you. It's going to do 4 damage. Do you have? But it does not.
Oh, but I can use my soak.
You can
Okay.
use your soak. Wait. No, actually, you can't use your soak in this
Is
case.
it
Sorry.
wounds or
It
strength?
is wounds.
Okay.
And I do need you to make a average resilience check because this is a poisonous mist.
Poison mist. Spicy.
Yeah. I fail to advantage.
All right, suffer 3 more wounds, but the advantage is yours to do with what you like.
Can I recover strain?
You may.
Great.
Oh, thank God it did real damage.
Yeah.
It starts getting to your lungs, and you feel burning.
You said 3 more wounds?
3 more wounds.
Burning feels like you're alive.
This poison mist really makes me feel alive in the morning.
All right, now a PC gets to go. The dragon is at short range from all of you.
Cool. Let's see. Can I activate my Moonlight Greatsword and
You may.
and attack it?
You may.
All right.
But that cost those.
Is that okay?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry.
I just was
you'll
trying
get
to
a chance
heal
get
our
more.
strain.
Okay. All right. So let's see.
You've gotten your strain down pretty well.
So
No, I mean your strain.
Oh, it's alright.
I can give it good crits now, and empower my allies. So you guys get a boost to all of your tests.
Excellent.
All right.
All right. So
Summon
then I'll
forth your
attack.
great sword.
Yes. Shoots out a radiant beam of moonlight. As I
Cutting through this
All right,
darkness.
so you
That's
move,
actually perfect.
hopefully.
Would you replace both those purple dice with?
Yeah, you're getting some bad
It is
dice.
2 levels of adversary.
Ah, good.
Move that out of there.
All right. Let's see how you do against the crypt dragon.
Yes. Wah!
You succeed.
I did succeed. So
Just succeed.
1
success.
and then 1 advantage from superior.
Yep.
So I'll heal a strain, I guess, with this 1 advantage.
Okay. And how much damage will you deal?
9.
All right. It's a shallow cut, but it is a cut. The dragon hisses at you. All right. PC.
You can go if you want.
So here's the one thing about the dragon. It is so big that those of you with ranged attacks can shoot at it without any danger of hitting your
Excellent.
allies because it is so big.
Excellent. That's what I wanted to hear. All right. So I'm going to be looking at this for a shot from my bow, right?
Yes, because it's short range. Yep.
Okay. I've got this boost die.
Yep. Go ahead and make it 2
Yeah.
red, though.
Yeah, that's a good decision. I would have done the same in your place. And I will aim, but I won't double aim.
Okay.
Just the 1 aim.
You whip out an arrow and let fly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a decent roll. That's
Seems
good.
all right.
Nope.
Yep.
All right, so I am gonna deal 10 damage,
Okay.
and I will throw a boost to Akash on your next action. With that 1 floating advantage.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. So as my how close am I?
You were at short range.
Okay. As my maneuver, I'm going to activate counterspell.
Okay.
All enemies within medium range upgrade the difficulty of spell checks by 1 until the end of next turn.
All right.
Good call.
And then I'm
This
going
is a
to
wizard.
signature spell.
All right. What is your signature spell again?
Tendrils of Nature. So dirt underneath the stone floor, or stones, or I mean maybe even the metal. I don't know. Some of the coins.
Are
the
you
ceiling.
Are you summoning? Are you using your scorpion bone dust on this?
You know what? Sure, I will do that.
Oh, this can't possibly end poorly.
You know what? No, I'm not doing that. I'm using the last of what I have from my homeland. This is an abomination. I'm not gonna give it more bones. That seems stupid. My character's not that dumb. Okay, so I am doing an 8 focus.
Response for doing that if she had done that.
I'm sorry, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So I take a total of 3 strain. The difficulty is 2. I get this and this. And I'm using this boost and that boost, and this is just for tests.
Yeah, anything.
So
Yeah,
that's
so 1
2.
more boost.
But it is an adversary still, right?
Yep. So replace both the.
Okay, well,
Yep.
I'm good at what I do.
Yeah, it's a huge stack.
Alright.
We have story points.
You have 2 story points.
You can
Do you want to save it for your ability?
Yeah, probably. Oh no, I failed.
You do,
I
unfortunately.
failed. That's sad.
Yeah, but with a buttload of advantage.
3
That's a lot to
advantage?
work with.
That was 1.
4 advantage.
4 advantage.
Yep.
Is there anything you want to do with 4 advantage?
Can I blind it? No, that probably won't work, huh?
You can't blind it, but you could perhaps choke it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
All right, you fling stone at it, but as you cast, you make a small mistake in your casting. Instead of stone, sand shoots up from the earth at the creature, but it sprays it in its face and its throat, and it starts to hack and cough. So it's not going to be able to use its breath again.
Oh, nice.
All right, so it writhes and glares angrily at you. It'll also take a couple strain for that one. Do you want to trigger your ability? Your heroic ability.
Yeah. Let's do, well, so its main effect won't do anything, but I can get you guys down on strain. Do you want that?
What's its main effect?
Its main effect is it kills minion groups.
Yes,
So there
that will
isn't
not
any
help in this
minion
case.
groups. How are you guys doing on strain?
Hold off for now.
Okay.
Maybe it'll summon skeletons.
I'll
or
wait
something.
then. Maybe I'll do a heal spell later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now the dragon, seeing you strike at it, and it's still coughing, it lashes out with its talons.
Ah, I have 1 defense.
All right.
I thought you were gonna roll all that, and I'm like, no.
I mean, I'm gonna roll a lot.
Oh no.
I think you guys need another one of that.
That would be great. Thanks.
He's gonna take another setback die because he's hacking, coughing. Well, it.
Lungs full of sand.
All right. Good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
So 1.
You're insane. You take 13 damage.
All right. I don't.
You're instant?
You're
I
insane.
love that.
Okay,
Oh.
so he lashes out. He hits you. You're insane. You take 13 damage.
Oh.
Interesting.
And the next, Jurgensen, you also take a setback die in your next check because you were not
I wasn't
expecting
expecting
that.
to get hit. Yeah, that's fair.
You stumble backwards, like feeling pain all across your chest.
What?
All right, and the next a PC can go.
I can try to hit it again.
Sure, get him.
That's pretty much all I'm doing
Wait, how long does your duration of your ability last?
through the end of this round.
Okay, and we're getting boost through the end of this round.
Yeah.
So why don't you go last?
Okay.
Oh no, wait, is it through the end of the round or? If it's through the end of the round, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
wait, if it's through the end of the round. it's-
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
sorry.
what I'm saying.
I thought it was on your turn.
No.
Yeah, get him.
All right.
Do you want to add a boost die for aiming?
Yeah,
Do
definitely.
you want to suffer 2 strain and aim again, or are you feeling kind of...
Let's not do that.
Okay.
13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. Oh, all right.
yeah.
Triumph
Oh.
and despair.
All right.
The best pairing. Okay, those cancel out. So we're looking at 3 successes and the one from the triumph. I guess that cancels the failure from the despair. Yeah.
They do.
So 3 successes, 1 advantage.
2 advantage because you're superior, right?
Yep.
Yep. 3 successes, 2 advantage, 1 triumph, 1 despair.
All right.
So that is 11 damage. With the 2 advantage, I can crit, and my signature weapon means the crit is always bleeding out.
Okay.
So I'll do that.
Bleeding out.
Yep, so 1 wound and 1 strain at the beginning of their turn. And did you want to do anything with the triumph?
Most definitely.
It actually looks
see.
kind of injured.
Could I like injure a specific limb, or maybe like
You're
a wing
already
or a tail? Or
because
something?
you're already doing the bleeding out crit. So
Sure.
I'm gonna say no.
Oh, I guess yeah. That would be a critical sort of effect.
Yeah.
How about I position myself so that it can't strike back at me? Can I do that?
You could upgrade the difficulty of its next check. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that would
you
work too.
position yourself where it can't strike back at you, and actually, there's going to be another benefit to it in just a minute because I'm going to resolve that despair now.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend this story point, and as you strike the dragon, it rears back, and the shadow from its wings flashes forward, and the dragon vanishes.
Ooh.
It reappears next to you, and strikes at you.
Great.
Because it's a despair, it actually just hits you for 8 damage.
And it hits me for 8 damage.
Yes.
Just checking.
And I can use my soak.
And you can use your soak. So it basically comes in and lashes you with its tail. It basically vanishes and then reappears from the shadows and strikes at you.
Oh, hellfire.
All right, PC slot.
Oh, please let me.
Yeah, get him.
Okay.
Mess
I'm
him
gonna
up.
try my stupid signature spell again, and I get
Yeah.
a boost on it because of you, and then
Yeah.
I'm doing component casting, and then I
Yep.
get the things.
And you should upgrade this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna. And then we're gonna upgrade it, and then
I
these.
believe you take the 1 die out, don't you? No, you add in a die.
I add a die because
Yeah.
they're all there.
Yep.
Yes, and the difficult. Oh, I gotta take strain. Crap. It's fine. It's fine.
Is it?
Everything
It
is
is
fine.
fine currently.
For at least one more round. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There's the
the
goods.
I don't do its thing. These were the wrong dice to roll.
No, you do.
No,
it.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
do
those
do
were
them because they're adversary.
Yes.
Got it.
Also, those are great results. Don't mess with those.
Wow, that's awesome.
Okay, I did it a lot.
Yeah.
Hard and great. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do 17 damage.
Did you count the triumph damage?
Does the triumph?
It
Oh,
is
I
a
crit.
success.
I crit if I. Yes, I did, but I do crit on a triumph.
Do you want to recover 3 strain with those 3 advantage?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
So
oh,
you
yeah, I
inflict
do.
a crit and you recover 3 strain. All right. So 17 damage, you said?
17 damage.
Dragon
Nice.
does not look happy.
Oh, actually, I only want to recover 1 strain, and I want to activate the knockdown and disorient. So I have Elementalist, so I can spend 2 the advantage to knock him down and disorient to him.
So you're going to have to spend, because he's so much bigger than you, I'm going to say you have to spend all your advantage to knock him down, and you won't be able to trigger disorient.
Then no, I'm not going to do that. I'll just heal the stuff. Okay.
Because knockdown actually requires more advantage the bigger they are.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's just a rule in the quality.
Yeah.
But a crit.
77.
And actually, it's 87, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, yes,
He has
it
one
is.
crit already.
Compromised. You increase the difficulty of all checks by 1.
Nice.
Oh.
All right, he does not. The dragon looks badly injured. And 1 more PC.
Yeah. All right, so
Churunangi.
Urine Sind is going to leap up and say, "A mighty blow, Akash." And then is going to shoot a dragon with an arrow.
That seems reasonable.
I mean, you know, it's...
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
I'm actually gonna
Yeah, that's
upgrade it in
fair.
return, so go ahead and make it 2 reds, because, I mean...
Yeah,
honestly.
no, you should. Let's, so I'm getting 1 from him. I'm gonna double aim. Thank you for penciling in. Yeah. So I'm gonna take aim at one of those glowing red eyes. Thematically, I'm not actually doing gold shot. And... Alright, that's not bad. I'll
No.
take that.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
So I'm gonna hit him for 10 damage.
Okay.
And
Pile
to-
advantage.
What is that?
6
6 advantage?
Yeah.
It's crit 3, so I can plus 10 crit him.
So plus 30 crit him.
So plus 30 crit him.
All right, roll it.
Oh,
I'm not gonna roll your crit for you,
Yes.
sir.
I appreciate that. All right,
105.
105.
So I'm gonna say you injure one of his limbs. You don't actually maim one of his limbs because he's too big for that with the
Yeah.
arrow, but you do disable one. What would you, leg or arm?
Let's do. We just knocked him down. Let's keep him down. Let's
He's
do it.
not.
He's
not
not
knocked
Oh,
out.
he's not knocked
I didn't
down.
do
That's
that.
right. Okay. In that case, let's go for an arm.
All right, you shoot into the dragon's, basically the armpit under the arm, and it howls. So it's going to be even harder for it to hit people with its.
Oh, could I have
talon.
used a maneuver to walk? Oh, can I say my maneuver was for counterspell again?
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna keep doing that.
All right. So at the top of the round, the dragon not looking good at all. Is going to lunge at Akash. So normally it would be this. But it's actually going to be this because the arm is disabled and it's compromised.
We want that despair.
Yeah.
Will aim.
Please stop hurting me.
You did do a lot of damage to
I
it.
It
know.
lashes out.
Oh, you'll be fine.
And Nim, you take 13 damage and a crit.
Yikes. I can use
So
my
it
soak.
strikes you with its claw, and because yes, you can use your soak.
Okay.
And because you rolled that triumph earlier,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say you can parry it.
Yeah.
You've-
All right.
Your
Hey, you know the mechanics of the boss fight?
it's weird. It's in this case it's not parrying. It's basically rolling with it, but you feel the blow coming, and you sort of absorb some of the damage. But I assume you still take damage.
That-
Yeah. If I
very
successfully
strange
parry it,
sensation.
do I like open it up for a killer blow?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to roll in my setback. I have to go bring that on my next
Still
turn.
going to do. Do you have a crit?
I have not taken any crits. No.
All right. Well, then you increase the difficulty of your next check by 1. This is the stinger. And who would like to go next? The dragon is reeling and wounded, but not dead.
You want to try to finish it?
Yeah. Let's do it again. Let's do this and this and this and this. And then we're gonna do that. Oh, not that. Other
don't do
one.
that.
This one and these ones and sand.
All right. Bone sand this time, or
No
you
bone
used
sand.
up your bone? I thought you used up your sand already. You said.
No, I had.
Okay, so you
The
still
last
have some.
So I've used.
The
So
last
I have.
desert
Four,
sand.
I have
Ah.
last desert sand. I have 4 mountain
Mountain.
sand, whatever.
Mostly gravel.
I could probably just use earth, but I like sand. It makes me think of home. Wait. Yep, I can do this without going unconscious. Oh, that's not
Two,
good.
two.
That's not good. I have 4 advantage.
So you'll miss, but you could set it up for. You could set it up for someone else.
How many does it cost to do that?
Um,
To give somebody a boost or something?
I'm gonna say that within that you can give somebody an upgrade.
Okay. You know what? Sure, we'll do that.
How do you set them up for it? Do you distract them, or?
My spell fails. Can I lift you?
It doesn't fail necessarily. It just misses, or it fails to hit them or do damage to them.
And I'm like, oh crap! And then can I like raise you up higher so you have a better angle?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Sure. Who's going next?
for it.
Sure, I'll go for it.
You
All
got
right.
a shot.
So you suddenly find yourself rising up on a pillar of stone.
All right.
Shoot it where it hurts.
With an upgrade, automatic upgrade.
Yep.
And an upgrade.
Yep.
And an upgrade?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, might as well. Let's do it. Let's go to 4.
Yeah.
All right. Double aim.
And that though.
Yep. I forget the setback. I keep forgetting. Let's make
Yep.
sure that actually gets used. All right.
I appreciate your honesty.
Wow.
And the
It's
final
not fun
attack.
if you're not honest.
Don't say stuff like that, Sam. That's how we get us here for another 2 hours
We
as we
did it.
flail at a dragon corpse.
I don't think so.
No, I think we're good. All right. I'm not actually going to crit it.
Nope.
I just do a buttload of damage.
Not much.
Let's see. It is going to be 13 damage, and 2 advantage. I'll throw a boost on the next action if we need it.
You don't, because
Yeah.
the arrow, as you rise up, the arrow flies true, sinking into its eye, and it rears back and collapses.
That's how you deal with zombies. You go for the brain.
All right, and you've defeated the shadow dragon, or the crypt dragon. So yeah, you're in its hallway.
Do we roll the recover strain here?
Sure, you can.
Yeah.
You want to do anything else?
Nah, dude.
Oh, I'm gonna use my Wanderer's Stone.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go check out this pile of treasure.
Yeah, I'm
That-
gonna head
it
to-
has not disappeared, I assume,
No,
or anything.
there's a whole pile of treasure there.
I'm gonna head to the Rune of Awakening as well.
Yeah,
Alright.
let's
You see the rune sitting in front of you.
Strange.
let's grab it, I guess.
This rune seems. Akash, could you take a look at this?
Sure.
Do you grab it?
Do you grab it? You just pick it up.
You just
Sure. Yeah, I'll pick it up.
Alright.
I'll grab the ring.
as you grab the rune.
Okay.
The light vanishes. You are plunged into total darkness, where all you can hear is your heart beating in your ears.
Is this just me or all of us? Oh, okay.
After a long moment, you realize your eyes are closed, and you open them. You are lying on your back in the middle of a round, white-paneled room. Your friends lie on beds on either side of you, cords running from their heads. In front of you, an ethereal ball of numbers and letters writhes in midair. A broad-shouldered figure in a long white coat stands in front of it and turns to look at you as you stir. They stare at you with their pure silver eyes and smile. It appears the extraction was a complete success, it says. And that's what we're on.
Wow.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
You are not in Kansas anymore.
Oh no.
That might put some light into why the dragon kept hitting the wrong person.
So here's the important question.
Yes.
Is the accent a feature
Who knows?
of your character or the person they thought they were?
Yeah.
Here's a
So,
bug.
when we tune in next time, and we'll be talking about this between adventures, you'll be building some different characters.
Yes.
Yay.
With a different one of our settings, I believe.
Indeed.
Thought we might.
All right.
All right.
That's it. Thank
Well,
you.
Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. This was awesome. As you can imagine, we'll be coming back next month with more of this Genesys gameplay session. No more in Realms of Tyrnoth, of course. So come back every Tuesday and Thursday when to see new content here. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified whenever we post new videos. Thanks to Carolina Game Tables for this awesome table. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc. And we'll see you next time.